Greetings, guys. Goddamn, let's go again, goddamn. I don't know why it's doing this layout. This layout that's really annoying to me. I'm trying to fix it, ladies and gentlemen. Salute to you guys. Yeah. Welcome to the accident experience, man. What a beautiful night. It feels like a Thursday night, but it's almost there. It's almost close to a Thursday night. And the theme album of this evening is definitely this Bryson Tiller, man. Jesus Christ, man. If y'all didn't hear that album yet, man, go out and really check this album out, man. Seriously. I'm saying go out there. I'm old school, right? You need to really, really check this Bryson Tiller. Good music for me is very important to me because I make videos with everything that I do, right? So, hold on, the sound is not good. Hold on. Tell me right now, hold on. Yeah. How is it now? Is it better? Oh shit, True's in here.
Oh, shit. Yo. Wow.
Thank you for joining me on this special event, ladies and gentlemen. All day this Bryson Tiller song has been in my head, you know what I'm saying? There's just so much I know when you hear this, man. Like, good music just really gets me in a good mood, you know what I'm saying? Just a real good mood, right? This dude, man. I love songs that remind me. You ever have a song that reminds me of you? Like,
the wrong star signs. Do you really think
man, this should put me in such a good mood today. This Bryson Tiller current album is unbelievable. And you know why? Because I'm waiting for Chris Brown's album, right? But I'm starting to feel, now again, don't quote me on this because this could change, right? I'm starting to feel that Chris Brown is starting to he's going through a strange transition, right? And that transition with Chris Brown, it could be a little deadly for him because I'm starting to notice. First of all, let me just give the love to my peoples that's walked in there. Shout out to Kara, all right? Shout out to the Golden Owl, all right? She said, new to the channel, interesting content. Thank you. I appreciate that, and we appreciate you, gorgeous. It's important, this is so it's important for you, right? Shout out to God, the scientist. Shout out to New Goals. Wow, New Goals. I ain't see you in a minute. Shout out to True. Shout out to True. True is here. Shout out to the Golden Hour again. And shout out to Shimmy. Oh, shout out to Lonnie. I wish I could play this. I desperately wish I could just let this go.
Remember when I said you'll always be my baby, right?
Yeah, that's a good. So anyway, the thing is with Bryson Tiller, right? He connects to me. Like, I truly feel if I was an artist, I would be Bryson Tiller. You know what I mean? That would be my style. Like, the production, I come from the school of Jimmy Jam and Terry Lewis. I come from the school of, Tim and Bob, and that was it. So there's no producers, unless they, whoever produced this track. I didn't read it, but I feel the only one that's holding the sound together is Chris Brown. He still got it, with the exception of the last album, because he did a lot of Afro beats. But it's that mood, you know what I mean? It's this type of mood. Like it's. So what I'm saying is, you ever be feeling yourself, ladies and gentlemen? You feel you, like you listening to certain music and it just, like if you was the video, you would be that, you know what I'm saying? So it really, really connects. So it's important for me as an individual to have that, you know what I'm saying? Because I feel people, a lot of times, they don't connect with themselves. The same way a song reminds you of somebody should remind you of yourself. So, damn, he's calling at the wrong time. So, I say all this to say, right, when I was on the way over here, this song has been in my head all day, and it was good because it made me create. I started listening to this morning, the whole album. And music is very, very important because it's really good for your soul. So yesterday was a little slow. You know what I mean? Shout out to everybody out there that is suffering through challenges, the whole situation with Snap, the whole situation with this shitty election and all. And, my heart, if there was anything I can do for y'all, man, I would give it all away. But it's never enough. If I had 45 million peoples on Snap, she's right. She said, music can do that. I just need something saying that house music keeps you young. It does. It does, and agree. Like, I learned this with my cousin through that. You know what I mean? I'll get to that in a second. So I was in the supermarket yesterday, me and my wife and my daughter, and it was empty. And I'm like, yo, is it just me? Or does this oddly feel weird in here? So I went to when we got to the cash register, I said, let me ask you a question. Is it just me or is it empty in here? Oh, here's my damn neighbor. Oh my God. I'll get to that. So anyway, and there was this sister, and she was like, yeah, it's been dead. And I'm like, wow, since November 1st, it's been dead. So for those of you that look down on people and think that you're above anybody because, and you just a workaholic because you work at a shitty job, that I'm not impressed by that. That's not impressive. You know what I'm saying? I think people, you pride yourself because your boss fires you, nigga, you're finished. You know what I mean? It's one thing when, as long as you're alive, the government will hold you down, whatever, you got to have some assistance or whatever. But for you to actually think that you're above the world and like you're one job away from being homeless, this shit is crazy to me. So that's more pressure to me. I couldn't imagine that. So, oh shit, chill. Listen. Shout out to the Golden Owl. We have a very new young lady here, and I want to admire this woman here. You must do this. Listen to me, Golden Owl. When you walk in here and you see everybody connecting and all the above, don't anybody that's throwing you off. Just stay focused. Stay focused. Stay focused. Also, you could talk shit back if you choose to do that too. I'm just saying. We are adults here. Do your thing, whether you choose to do it or not. I'm just letting you know. So, you know what I mean? So just handle your BI. But anyway, so moving along, right? There was this weird thing that I was picking up, man, it was just crazy. So I'm looking around and, it kind of gave me a little damper. I couldn't do a live stream last night. It just took me out of the mood. It really did. You know what I'm saying? Because I really felt that it was just like, it's too much going on. Election was what it was. Everybody saluting a man that changed their lives because people are hurting. It's really sad when you got to count on. It's one thing if you have a conjunction of people that you have to count on, but when you got to count on one person, man, I couldn't imagine. So I get to my story. So anyway, woke up feeling good this morning, listening to Bryson Tiller. There's been something really bothering me a lot. It's been really troubling me. And the last stream that I left y'all with, I know a lot of people were wondering, like, wow, is Nate pretty much done or whatever. So there was a lot of brothers that were popping up in the live stream. So women sometimes see that as like, well, Nate, I hope the men wasn't allowed it. It's like, nah, listen, we still got that shithole. The shithole is always going to be a shithole. That ain't going to change. I don't think nobody mastered this information I'm about to break down to you the proper way. If you leave here and you're offended because you are the problem, if you leave here inspired, then that means I could change your life. Now, again, I'm not the president. You know what I mean? I'm not a politician. I'm not a pastor. But if you could look at this and think, and I endure questions for y'all. I inspire y'all to ask questions and stuff. But I feel now we having a real bad show out here, and nobody's talking. Nobody's breaking the situation down because, for example, I don't like brothers that date non-black women and drag black women in the process. I don't like that. Because now you're just making an excuse. It's almost like I got a guy that's, bisexual that works for me. And when he's gay, he blames the woman. You know what I'm saying? So if you gay and you just like to fuck a man and woman, nigga, that's your business, right? So don't make this an excuse. The one thing that I'm noticing now is that everybody they has something to say, but nobody's giving y'all, you know what I mean? The mode of doing what you need to do. Nobody's giving you that information. They're not giving you like, Nate, what do we do? You know why they're not giving you that information? Because they don't know how to. We just had this video with Mario talking about, he danced around this whole interview on why he's with a Mexican woman. On why he's attracted to a non-black woman over a sister. And he couldn't say it. Brian McKnight can't say it. Offset couldn't say it. Ice Cube's white ass couldn't, Ice T's white ass couldn't say it. Drake couldn't say it. Chris Brown couldn't break it down. So they offend you with their presence. Tracy Morgan walking through the streets, and that's my man, literally. That's my bro, personally. And he's walking out there with this fine Latin woman with this fat ass on her, walking into a damn $500,000 Rolls Royce. They're not telling you. So the black woman now, what's happening is you keep seeing all this abuse that started in 2003. And I say 2003 officially because that's when the song Beautiful was made. So the song came out with Snoop Dogg and Pharrell, a very, very offensive record that it went over a lot of people's heads. And they went to Brazil to make this song. Now, French Montana had a issue. He had issues with black women or whatever. Then when he caught the whim of it, he went out to Africa to make a video. That shit ain't go nowhere. But Beautiful, that was a big deal. And Beautiful is the reason why brothers is going to these foreign countries. Beautiful is the reason why the exotic woman over a black woman are in these music videos. That video started a major, major deal in the game. So major that it went over a lot of people's heads. Now, if you look at the video, and sees Pharrell in them. Now you look at it, you say, well, you know, Snoop Dogg is married to a black woman. Right. He is, but he fucks with non-black women on the side. You feel me? When he got caught out with that chick that caught him out there doing coke, because you know Snoop's a cokehead. Definitely not saying that's a good thing, right? But it, you know, Snoop is a cokehead, and I think the problem is where what a lot of people didn't understand was, or how could he cheat on his wife? He's not going to tell you the truth of why. He's not going to admit that. So what ends up happening is that women are seeing these impressions. And what's going to happen, instead of the woman studying, the black woman I'm talking about, instead of them studying their competition, because this is your competition, they took it as, well, maybe this is what the men like, and let me become this. Let me get my Indian hair when I get my weave. Let me get my exotic look on and change my makeup ordeal and layouts. And in the process of this, they just keep fucking themselves up more and more every year. So now the woman is holding the epitome of the beauty. You think she's going to be beautiful forever. So you're going to look at the Beyoncés. You're going to look at the Ashantis. But these women are going to hit their 30s and 40s and 50s one day, and body's going to change. We didn't have no good representation. So only ones that were getting inspired were the non-black women. So every year, which started out in 2003, Brazil was a target. So remember, the porno industry sets the trend. So the adult industry went out there, started filming the girls, having sex with them, all the above, they freaking off. The guys started getting motivated to go to Brazil. So they started going to Brazil, out there spending the money, doing what they do. For the prostitutes, these are not women, the prostitutes, okay? The Snoop Dogg's, them women you've seen in a beautiful video are prostitutes. They didn't tell you that. You just thought they were pretty women. Nah, just because you're not seeing that these niggas is banging them out. They were prostitutes. So everybody was going, I forgot the name of the club, but there was a big club out there, and they were going out there and taking a 13-hour plane flight, and they were going out there. 2005, this shit started getting too far. So now they started going to the Dominican Republic. Now, this was the underground shit. These were brothers, exclusive brothers traveling to these places. They didn't hit YouTube. YouTube wasn't even out yet. So it was the move. Like, everybody's going to these exotic countries. They banging these chicks out for $30, $40, $50 at the top. $50 a night, you could have one of these beautiful motherfuckers to sleep with them for the whole night. There was this dude from YouTube. YouTube comes out. So 06, 05 it comes out. So 06, 07, 08, there's this dude. He passed away. I forgot. Somebody could tell me his name in the comments. He comes out in the game and goes to Brazil, starts recording it. So he starts recording the stuff, puts the stuff on YouTube. Following that, there was a dude by the name of Milano, the travel boy. He was going to the Dominican Republic. And the alternative for Dominican Republic was just closer than Brazil and cheaper to fly there, right? You know, 3 hours from New York versus 13 hours flight to Brazil. They started recording. So these individuals, they were the main people that started. So you had this group of brothers, I forgot his name. Somebody could tell me in the chat his name that were going to Brazil. Following that, it became a movement. And then it hit social media, YouTube, which was around 2010, 11, 12, and then brothers was going out there with their selfies. I'm just giving you the quick version, the quick story. Yes, Big Pimpin' wasn't as effective as Beautiful. That wasn't a good example because Big Pimpin' was just Big Pimpin'. Like, they could do that shit in Miami, and I'm pretty sure if Big Pimpin' was shot in Brazil, that wasn't the video that started that. It was 2003, Beautiful. That was the video. Because that shit was shot in Brazil, in Rio de Janeiro. Now, mind you, all these countries been this way. When niggas is going to the Navy, all the above, the military, they were always hitting these countries up. Now it hits. Sasua was low key. Sasua, I'm not going to mention this guy because he was a dick. He fucked the whole game up. He went out there with selfie sticks, letting niggas know there was only $80 to get a passport, which is cheap. And they started flying out there, and the rest is history. He got destroyed. All along, we were going to these areas for prostitution because the woman was selling sex. It wasn't like you was just going out there and getting a chick. You know what I mean? You could get these same exotic chicks in Miami, but remember, Holla Holla and all the videos from Ja Rule, that was Miami. And you can't just go to Miami and be fucking no chick unless you lit like that for no $40. But you could go to Brazil and pay these women for cheap and go to Club Help and get them. They're all in there, they're chasing you, et cetera, et cetera. So all of these things, these were the biggest impression to Black culture. In the process of this happening, Black travel started to diminish. You know what I mean? We weren't doing no more, Memorial Day weekends in Cancun, and we was having these festivals for these colleges. Shit started to fall under. Cruises started to take, because all the dudes now was replacing their family travels and going out there and going on mongering. As anything does, the Black women suffered this because they never studied what was really happening. So when Black women were coming to the game, they were thinking that they was under this impression that this is what Black men like. And they just was going for it. So they were trying to get everything. So but the Brazilian booties, then it was like Black women are getting Brazilian BBLs. Like, you're Black and you're getting a Black woman butt. Then it was getting their hair a certain way. Then it was skin bleaching and lightening their eyes. Like, all of this shit to look like these exotic women. So every year, something new, something. And the sisters just kept diminishing. In the process of it now, the only people that was getting inspired to do better were the non-Black women. Because the non-Black women were watching all these sexy motherfuckers in the hip-hop nation. See, I come from the mode of the hip-hop game in the 80s and 90s where there was just beautiful Black women. I used to buy Jet magazine every week to see the beauty. Like, I still have them copies from the 90s. I had them from to the end of Jet magazine. You seen Black Beauty and Ebony magazine. I come from that era. So in our videos, we had the baddest looking woman in our music videos. Up until Snoop Dogg did Beautiful, forget the light-skinned and dark-skinned women in the videos. Now niggas is putting in these Asians, these Filipinos. So it went from Brazil, then it went to Filipino, then it went to Latin. And it stayed there. The Black women in the process of this never did their studies. They would go to these countries and see what was going on. We're not talking like that. When you have competition, you have to learn your competition. It's sort of like, let's just say I'm an automaker or I'm a chairman of or CEO of Dodge or Cadillac, ask Nathaniel, right? And I go purchase a Chinese car. And they say to me, well, Nathaniel, how is it that you're the chairman of and CEO of Cadillac and you're driving a Chinese car? And I'm like, well, that's our competition. I want to see what's going on over there. And Black women didn't do that. They just kept trying to become what they felt that Black men wanted. In the process of them doing that, they were losing their culture. They were losing their confidence. They were losing their style. They were losing their swagger. They were losing everything. They were losing their beauty. The natural beauty that they had, they were dumbing it down, putting this makeup, you know what I mean? Like, we was never doing that. And the sisters started to develop a mode now of trying to look like the non-Black woman. So in the process of that, they were messing themselves up now because now we had the Air Jordan thing going on, women wearing Jordans and dressing what the guys were wearing. They put in a little basketball shorts. But the one thing that Black women didn't understand is that you didn't learn your competition. Because if you learn your competition, you would have created something else. Now, throughout all these years, we had a worse situation. We had Kim Kardashian. She fucked Ray J. That's what she did. She studied the competition. She knew that the black woman was the epitome of black beauty. The epitome of beauty was always the black woman, even though they tried to push the white woman to be that. But remember now, Kim Kardashian started promoting, I could be the non-black woman with a big booty. And she went and got the BBL, right? So now a lot of women were starting to do the BBLs non-black. Then you remember, now things change. A lot of these non-black women are in our culture. They're eating our food. The women are building better. They start to have better bodies. They had black bodies. So you would never see these black bodies on Latin women unless they were Puerto Rican or Dominican, right? So now all of them are like that, all the different, nationalities. Then you had the white woman coming up in there, Italian women in Staten Island, Brooklyn, all of them coming out with these jumbo, thick, fat asses. Asian women now, to be Americanized, they had to have a curvaceous body. They were taking inspiration from Kim Kardashian, which in the process took black culture and ran off with it. Nobody checked her. No black woman checked her. No brothers is checking her. Niggas is just running crazy. Because now for us as black men, we had more assortment. We had more choices. We had more options, so to speak, because now the non-black woman was looking like our woman. So now you got to think about that. Now you got exotic fruit coming in. The process of this, the sisters wasn't inventing anything. Whatever they was touching throughout the last 10 years, 20 years, 40, 50 years, the non-black woman was grabbing that shit. And they were grabbing it. And now brothers was like, whoa, like, I want to visit everywhere. I want to go to this state. I want to go to that state. They wanted to be everywhere because now everybody's hot. The black woman was losing her image. Because now you ain't got to be with a black woman just to look like that, right? So the black woman wasn't creating no new looks. She started getting comfortable. She started losing the confidence and wasn't creating a lane. And now you're out here now seeing women now. I don't care if they 40s, 50s, 30s, 20s, teenagers looking like a hot mess. Because the non-black woman could wear Crocs to high school with pajama pants. The non-black woman could go to school with hair rollers in her hair and have a bonnet. So the sisters was like, well, if she can do it, because the other guy in her school, they all like her, I can do it. She didn't realize the only problem with a black woman, she couldn't do that. They could. And she didn't want to accept that because she never studied her competition. She refused to study, and to this day, she will not. Because she never understood what her competition was doing. And if she understood what they was doing, they would have came over to the black side and said, yo, we got to create something new. They studied the competition. They know what the man wanted, and they know they couldn't deliver because they were non-black. They could wear a pair of gray sweatpants with a pair of Crocs and a hoodie, and her ass shaking, she beat the shit. When the sister does that, she look like a bum. They couldn't figure it out. So now the sister, thank you, Shimmy God. Okay, look, I wasn't looking at the comments for a minute because I didn't want to get distracted. So let me look at the comments here. I'll get to that. Because of social media, everything lost its allure and mystique. No, it did not. It's not true. That's not true. That's a lie. The black woman lost her mystique. The black woman lost her allure in social media because she's no longer the signature of black beauty. The non-black woman is the signature of black beauty. That's what social media shows. It's the truth. You got to remember, if you're a non-black woman and you have black attributes, you're set. If you're a black woman, you try to make white attributes, it just doesn't work. You could be non-black and put a weave to your ankles. You can't do that as a sister unless you got locks. It's not going to work. Tequila says, J-Lo started the big booty thing first. Tequila, do me a favor. I need you to do me a favor, Tequila, seriously, because I wasn't looking at the comments. I blocked them out for the last 10 minutes, maybe 20 minutes. Do me a favor. You don't know what you're talking about. J-Lo did not start the big booty thing. What are you talking about? You thought she was the first Latin woman with a fat ass? Why don't you say J-Lo was the first Latin woman founded by a black man by the name of Keenan Ivory Wayans? You don't know what you're talking about. So I need you to understand, this is a classroom. We don't need your ad-libs because you clearly don't know what you're talking about. Let me see what else you said. You said something else dumb. Hold on. Don't forget Big Pimp and why you want to. What? What are you talking about? What are you talking about, my brother? Let me do this, bro. Don't say nothing. Okay? Do me a favor, and I'm telling you, if you say something again, we're just going to kick you out. Don't say nothing anymore because you're getting me angry. That's why it's hard for me to connect with brothers because you're not even making no fucking sense. J-Lo star, that's the problem. See, you look at J-Lo as the first big booty nigga. I look at the first Latin woman with a fat ass was in my fucking classroom in middle school, Diane Bellamy. Look her up. She was the first fat ass I've ever seen. I've never seen an ass like that in my life. Okay? And ask anybody that went to my school that knows her. So do me a favor, just be quiet. You don't know what you're talking about. And in class, do me a favor. He says something, you got a wrench, get him out of here. That's all. We have to go back to playing up what they can't duplicate. Our natural hair and natural fit body. It's too late for that. It's too late. Too late. It's too late for that. You see, you let 20, let me tell you right now how many years you did this, right? You're living in a society now that you didn't do any research since 2003. You didn't even try to learn and say, how can we have this mindset then? Black China came into the Kardashians and she never studied her competition. She tried to get on. She tried to be one of them. And that never works for a black woman. It just doesn't. It works better when they try to be us. You can't be yourself. So if you can't be yourself and you lost yourself, you can't go back to being yourself. It's sort of like you have this property in New York City and your family had it down for 5 generations. It's worth $2 million. You sell it. That heart is your soul. You were born and raised in there. You get down to Florida. You don't like it. And then you move back to New York and say, listen, I want the property. I just sold you a month ago. They're like, well, you want it? Give me $10 million. And you're like, bro, I just sold it to you a month ago. It's not worth $10 million. Like, doesn't matter. It's not yours anymore. You sold your whole family history. You sold out. It's like also a friend, maybe a friend that you lost and y'all was close together and everything was great, fantastic. And next thing you know, you guys went left and you try to get this friendship back. And then you realize, you know what? God gave me a sign. Let me open this door. And you find out the door to success that friendship all along was just for you to open up another door. So now the friend's like, hey man, let's get back, bring back old times. Like, it's too late for that. I'm not the same person. So with all these different things, black women were to create nothing. They were taking their music. They started becoming rhythm. White girls started having rhythm. You look back in the 70s and 80s and looked at what a white woman looked like. And look at her now. I don't care if it's the adult industry. I don't care if it's a porno. I don't care if it's strip club. White women ain't what they was in the 1970s and 80s. They got body and they got soul. It's not the same. They listening to our music. They embraced our culture. Where is your culture? Latin women alone destroyed that because black women don't even get along with each other. Most of y'all got no friends. The only people living in the tri-state area, and anybody knows what I'm talking about, New York City, Pennsylvania, Connecticut, New Jersey, the only ones that's doing black culture, how we used to do 30, 40 years ago, are Latin people. The only ones going to church as a family, celebrating their kids' 5-year-old parties to sweet 16s to getting ordained in the church, Latins. White people are not the sign of times of the family no more. They're angry. They hate everybody. The Latins are going to be running the United States in another 20, 30 years. You watch. They're going to be running it. They have the family structure. So as black people, we lost that. Men and women. You try to have a reunion right now with a family reunion in 2025 as a black folks, it ain't going to be the same as the Latin family. It just won't. So that magic now has been inherited to them. The American dream is no longer a white picket fence and a Mercedes in the driveway. Anybody can do that. That's nothing. Anybody can go get a credit and put a car in their driveway in front. Okay? They give credit to anybody. 20, 30 years ago, credit was hard to get. Well, how about a house? Anybody can get a house. Can you maintain it is the question. But you could get a house. You could stand in front of, you have AI. You could stand in front of a house and tell somebody you own it. That doesn't mean anything anymore. What means anything right now is, can you have family in your household, cousins, aunts, and uncles as a grown adult without no drama? No, not in black people. Cannot. You too old to live here. You live with your mom or this. Them Asians and Latins, excuse me, I forgot about the Asians. Asians and Latins family structure is the only structure holding up the United States of America. When I took my daughter out for Halloween the other day, me and my wife, Asians and Hispanics. My daughter's school is predominantly Hispanic. So get into that today, right? Let's just fast forward. Matter of fact, we're going to rewind and fast forward. I get into the schoolyard. Every single sister that pulled up there to pick up her kid was busted. Tore up from the fucking floor up. Every last one of them. Hair fucked up. Oh, Crocs, slippers. No effort. Now you could say, well, people are poor, whatever. No. This ain't got nothing to do with being poor. Because nobody is poor as them Latins. They don't want to go into the pantries right now because they didn't get their food stamps. You got to think on this level. If the sisters are trying to appeal to black men, in the process of them trying to appeal to black men, it's not going to be inspiring. It's not going to be motivational. So you can see the effect because they gave up. Look at our community. The average black man is a fucking bum. Black women don't want to date non-black men. Non-black women will date anybody. Non-black women are appealing to black men more than their own women. They know it. That's why you're going to see sisters that come to the schoolyard looking like that. When you see a sister, a Latin woman with 3, 4 kids, she's just looked at, they still gonna look at the woman. God damn, she fine as a motherfucker. Even with them 3, 4 babies. As soon as the sister got 3, 4 kids, they're gonna knock her. Because most of the time they're gonna look at her, even if she's good looking, and have something negative to say. So let's not take away the fact that the black man is big for this, because Snoop Dogg and fucking goddamn Pharrell started this whole shit. Let's not forget that. Africans too have strong family religious units. My black American mother raised me there. Not in America. You got to remember, we're the minority. So we're speaking of the majority. The white man is not concerned about the black man taking over America with his family structure. They're watching them Latins. That's why Trump said make America great again. He wants to send them back home to their country. He ain't worried about the niggas. It's them Latins and them Asians. And the Asians are smarter. They're Latins. I mean, I'm not, no disrespect, but you ain't sending too many Asians back home. The motherfuckers they just know how to do shit. So they're not going to send them back home, and they're buying most of the homes. You know what I mean? Like the government's benefiting more from the Asians, because Asians get 2% back at home for their loans, and they come in and buy houses cash. Nobody tripping on them. Black American culture in the United States of America is slowly becoming obsolete. Because Black American culture is becoming the culture of everybody else. That's what's happening. To be cool is to be black. To have style is to be black. You don't have to have a model anymore and get a black woman to do a urban gear. You could get a white girl with a black woman body. Prostitution. Black woman's in a club selling pussy, $1,000. The Latin woman's going to do it for $200, and she looks better. Now sisters take, oh, what do you mean it look better? She does. She's exotic. She could charge $800, $1,000. They're going to pay for that. You didn't study your competition. You don't know your competition. If you had learned your competition, you got to go for the low. And if you're not going to go for the low in the black market, you might as well just forget it. That's why when you come to New York City and you go to Roosevelt Avenue, and all them prostitutes, Asian and Hispanic. No sisters out there. Because y'all want a lot of money. And we're speaking, and that's disgusting. I'm just using that as an example. A lot of times what people don't understand is like the coke on the streets, the drugs in the streets. The market goes with that. You know what I mean? When the coke is low, the dope is up. And when the dope is low, up, and then the coke is low. That's just how it goes. So a lot of times you have to go with things on a corporate level. You have to go by the housing market. Right now, stores are suffering, if you look through your stocks, because of EBT. A lot of these stores are going to be suffering. The big corporations, the Trader Joe's, the Buccaneers, whatever y'all call that, BJ's, Costco, Target, they're all going to suffer. There's 44 million Americans that have EBTs. So you got to think of all these things that all connects the dots. So right now, if a sister has to think, well, my value is my value, well, you should not be in the adult industry. You put a black man and a black woman in a porno right now, it's not going to get as many views as a damn interracial couple. So all these different things now show now, because now the non-black woman is building more confidence. She's coming to the game now. She can handle a black man. She knows he's not going to turn her down. She knows she could go in the front of a black couple and her black husband is going to be right in his face. She knows she has that power. But the black woman is not confident to go in front of a white couple and know that she could have that man. She's not confident a white man even wants her. But the Latin woman knows that she's wanted globally. Well, Nate, was there a time that the black woman knew this? Yeah, in the 1970s and 80s. She knew that the white man looked at her as the highest level of beauty. Look at the movies back then. Black beauty was natural beauty. The white woman couldn't compete with that. She didn't have the body. She didn't have the facial structure. She didn't have the skin. Now they got it. And y'all didn't get prepared for that. Jay said, nigga, you're telling the truth. The only group holding up the Black American race community is middle-aged, senior Black. That's it. That's a dying breed. They're the only ones. The 3 generations after them, because the last generation that was holding that up is baby boomers. Generation X and Z is terrible. You got to look at this from a generational level. So now the sisters, granted, yeah, the black man's all fucked up. They're loyal to them. Black women are the only woman left loyal to their race. They still want a man, a race of man that doesn't even want them. So nobody wants a sister. Because the non-black man, the black man don't want them. The non-black man's saying, well, shit, if he don't want her, maybe we could go get her, but how are we going to address her with our attitude? The hardest woman to approach in the 4 races is a black woman. She's the hardest. A black man approach an Asian woman. A black man approach a white woman. Ain't too many Asian men gonna approach a sister. They're intimidated by that. He don't want to be bothered. She sees she's having these babies from these niggas. The nigga ain't taking care of it. So who wants a black woman? Seriously. If the 2 growing nationalities and races in the United States are Asian and Hispanic, then why are they with their women? They're not going for sisters. But the brothers will be like, yeah, nobody wants them. Well, on a flip note, nobody wants him. Nobody wants that criminal in his family unless he's rich. The Asian father and mother don't want him in that bloodline. They want the kid, but they don't want him. Especially the Asians. They want the baby because Asians think like this. Well, if we're going to have a black man in the bloodline, maybe he could be a ball player. Maybe he could be the best athlete or actor in the world. They look at it from that level. Because obviously the father has to have something. Black women don't think that way. She just wants her black man to keep it real and tell her the truth. She's too easy. So when the black man's coming over to a non-black woman, he's gonna come with his best because he needs that validation and acceptance from the family. Black woman doesn't have a father. Who's gonna accept it when she was raised by her mother? He doesn't have a father. He's useless. He knows he's useless. He gonna give her a baby just to fuck her life up. The Asian man, if she's lucky, she's gonna give him a baby and they're gonna try to raise it together. It's different. Different cultures do different things. Now, the black culture was like this at one time. There was a time where a man stayed with his family. But how long ago was that? In the 1960s. You got to think on a level now. If a black woman has to look up to a black woman as a symbol of somebody she wants to be with, she's beautiful, she's married, she has it, who are they going to look at? Tracy Ellis Ross? Stacey Dash? Mary J. Blige? Nia Long? Who does she have to look up to? There's horrible examples because they're all single. And we're speaking for the elite woman. That's elite. They're not going to pay attention to Obama and his wife. They never did. They paid more attention to Jay-Z and Beyonce. And Jay-Z and Beyonce are not influencing the black community. Jay-Z and Beyonce's following is non-black. What do you think? What the reason why Beyonce is a billionaire? Nobody's going to pay Beyonce the money. Not a black promoter in the United States is going to pay Beyonce the money that they would pay that prince or that king that had to do something in Dubai. What do they pay, like $30 million to show up at a wedding? Beyonce has worldwide culture. She's a world superstar. Black people could walk away from her. She's still going to be a billionaire. So there's a huge difference. So now the black woman comes out and says, I don't give a fuck what I look like. I ain't trying to press nobody. That's a problem. Because the women back in the days didn't think like that. They wouldn't walk out their door to pick up a newspaper looking fucked up. I see some of y'all sisters out here sometimes. I say, God damn, they don't got a chance. Even though somebody's fucking that, but y'all just gave up. Your style, your attractiveness, your beauty, you gave your culture to the non-black woman. And you're setting your ways. You still won't give up on that black fucking shit-o. You could never hear a black woman say, you know what, I just want me a good man. I don't care where he's from. She got to love a black man. Shout out to Amaya. Manua says, y'all can shoot questions, believe me, because there's a lot to cover here. Black woman will hold a black woman down in jail with a black man. Would never do that except papoose. Okay, so black woman will hold a black man down in jail. What you think he gonna do when he come home? You see that jail show they got? Y'all gotta understand, black men are not telling you the truth. All black men desire a non-black woman, period. Because now there's too much. See, back then, you were forced to be with a sister. Especially if you lived in a country. The only Mexican woman he see is at the traffic light giving out oranges. Okay, back in the day, Dominicans and Puerto Ricans lived in the Bronx. Now they live everywhere. So the access changed, right? If a black man wanted to make babies, to have it with a white woman was considered, you're a failure, you're a sellout, you're Uncle Tom. Now it no longer is that. When a black man had a white woman back 30 years ago, it was most of the cases, it was what the white man don't want. It's called white trash. Not anymore. You walk into these clubs right now, everybody's hot. Always remember it goes by the adult industry. There's a strip in Brooklyn. Everybody knows when I'm talking about the prostitute strip. Right off of Pennsylvania Avenue. What's the name of the code? I forgot. It starts with a C. If you go down that strip, there's all different women. Now, back in the day, when you looked at the pimp era, you would see the white woman. She was probably cute, but the sisters was dominating it. She was more voluptuous, you know what I mean? She had the beautiful body, the big wig. Now they all out there. White, black, Asian, don't fucking matter. She's on this ground right here. Now the black woman has competition because all she bringing is blackness. The Asian woman is bringing, I look like a black woman. So now that makes her exotic because she's part of, she emulates you. Call it a costume, call whatever you want. That's what he want. You put that Asian woman out there with a black body and you have the black woman with a black body to the right, they're going to go for the Asian one. Every black man. The sister going to want a lot more money. The Asian woman is sexier, prettier, more exotic, and she's cheaper. The black woman is accessible. We all know a woman that look like her. We may never see this again. That's exotic fruit. It's different. So they know when they're out there, they got to go to a certain corner. Because if this one dude goes down the block and see her, she's not making no money that night. So now when they pick that Asian chick up and a trick catches her, the sister's going to sit in the corner. Now she can rack up because she ain't out there fucking the game up. They think like that. You understand? It's different. Mama says, yes, I was stating how family structure does make a difference. My mother didn't have that in America. She felt like she had moved across to the world. Right. And she had a village. Well, remember, in the countries, it's different. You go to Africa, you're going to see a whole different level. You go into African communities in New York, and you got to know where they're at. Then that's different. They're still sending money home, all the above. That the American mindset, we don't send money to a fucking family in Jersey. We don't do that. That's foreign culture. American culture is very, 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 very greedy and selfish. There's a show called American Greed. It's not called Foreign Greed. You know what I mean? Manure? I said manure, my manure. The golden era. So yes, I remember my grandmother and great aunts would even keep up appearances to go to the mailbox. They were born in the 1900s. Right. Look at how people looked. That's a great point. Look at them old shows and look how the maid was dressed working for the white man. The maid. Look how the butler was dressed. Black. And that's the lowest level you can go as far as a job, right? But look at how the kids were dressed. And they didn't have shit. They're a lot more poor than we are. Look at how the woman, look at all the Dorothy Dandridge. Look at how the Grace's beauty. There wasn't a white woman that could match with that. They didn't even have a white woman that could fuck with that. And she was half breed. You couldn't put a woman next to Thelma from Good Times. In the 1970s, nobody was fucking with that. Look at Thelma from Good Times. Natural body, natural lips, natural hair, no preservatives. One of the most incredibly gorgeous women from Brooklyn, New York. Do you know the fan base of a black woman back then? Yes, they dealt with racism. Yes, they dealt with that because they didn't want the world to know that black beauty. They didn't want it. They couldn't do it. The only woman now that's left is the dark-skinned, bald-headed woman in high fashion that's 6'2". Black man don't want her. White people do. So as it goes, whatever y'all don't want, they want. But what works against a black woman, generally, the middle-aged black woman, I'm gonna go get me a white man. Where? Now she hasn't studied the white woman. She has no clue what she's in for. I had a customer today, hours ago. First customer, out of shape dude. Wife was decent looking. Next customer, oh my goodness, fine ass white woman. She had her leggings on, her little tattoo on her ankle, her cute little whatever them sneakers are, Bolos or Golo, whatever them shits is. Nice, curvy ass body, fat ass on her. I swear to goodness, just happened. Husband comes out, nigga looking like shit. Fat, nasty nigga. He was so insecure, he went downstairs and started working out on a bench. I can tell. The white woman was like, oh, you guys finished for the night? No, we got to unwind and do this, that, and third. She said, you want something to drink? Or you really want something to drink? She made a joke, and I said, well, that would be good. She said, oh, I know you like to hear that. She was talking that shit with him there. They know brothers. They know they can get brothers now because now they got the equipment. Y'all ain't going to the gym. Off the rip, she's bending over. She's helping with the couch. She's, oh, I'm sorry. Let me get the screwdriver. Oh, let me bring. She knew. I said, listen, it's been a pleasure. She said, oh, you definitely be hearing from me again. When I tell you this just happened, I want to be exact. Around 7 p.m., 7:30 tonight. I said, that was a older chick. They know the deal. And they know right now they got the equipment, so that makes them more secure. The black woman to go out and say, well, I'm going to go get me a BBL to feel secure. What you going to do with a fake body? You as a black woman go to the gym with a fake body, knowing that y'all came from the game of originality. That's a disgrace. The white woman is coming up in there. Her body's real. White women didn't look like that back in the day. Y'all didn't study your competition. You didn't learn it. Fortune 500 companies, billionaires, they study that. If I'm going to build a Dunkin' Donuts over here, I'm going to see how them other 5 of them shits are performing. If I'm going to put a McDonald's here, I don't want another McDonald's built 5 miles away, because if you guys plop another McDonald's here, I'm fucked. They study that. Y'all never sat down at the table and said, you know what? Every year since 2003, these men are slowly getting away from us. Even the fucking bums. Every entertainer you watch is a black woman. That black man's with a non-black woman. Eddie Murphy, you support him. Michael Jordan, you support him. You never looked at that and said, what does she have? You probably said, what does she have that I don't? She has him. That's a problem. Or it's the whole slave mentality. There ain't no slave mentality. Them slaves wasn't able to touch that shit back then. What you think? The white woman's just going for him? No, they know they got the backup. Oh, how about the man that wants somebody to cook and clean? That white woman ain't doing that. She can't even cook. It's an excuse. He's attracted to her more. And he doesn't want to hurt your feelings because you're not turning him on anymore. Nate, is money important when dealing with non-black men? Is money important when dealing with a non-black man? When dealing with a non-black man, in most cases, he has the money. And if you're going to stay with a black man, if you're gonna be with a non-black man that has no money, then what does he have? You know what I'm saying? It has to be something substance, but you can't come to that non-black man with that attitude because you didn't do that with the black man. You can't do it with the black man because the black man that got money, he know he don't need you. So you can't go over to the non-black man and say, oh, I'm a black woman. I want what I want. That ain't gonna cut it because now you got to deal with Susie. And Susie's in the gym 5 days a week. If he's going to deal with high maintenance, he's going to just stay with her. He ain't going to deal with a high maintenance black woman. You don't have to do that. Look at his woman. You see these shows, you see all the time when you're watching these housewives. Ain't too many housewives shows where you see the black woman's just natural fucking everything up. She got to come in there with mad surgeries like the white woman. And we all know when white women get surgeries, we can tell, but the black woman looks like a goddamn, come on now. Sisters look like transsexuals when they do that. It never looks good. Look at Nene Leakes. She wants to appeal to black men to look like an exotic woman. And she's busted. Nene Leakes don't understand. The only man that'll probably marry Nene Leakes is probably a rich billionaire from fucking England. Which is great. But again, he can't be an Irish billionaire. You can't go and just say you're going to go get that Italian because he got an Italian woman. And she got the same junk in your trunk that you got. Jordan said, right, Nate, I was born in 2001, but I know who Donna Summers is because of grandma. And she's okay, that's a good example. So Donna Summers, right? When we had the epitome of a beautiful, sexy sex pot, we had Vanity Six. Then we had Donna Summers. Just using them as good examples, right? There was nowhere else to look. It was limited. You had the Shaka Khan singers and, you know what I mean, certain actors. But now, you have Vivica Fox. Who the fuck's gonna fuck that? If 50's embarrassed that he fucked Vivica Fox. Now, would you just take it? If you could get to Vivica Fox as a man, you could get to any woman. You can't. What you gonna do? You gonna marry? If you marry Vivica Fox, you know you're gonna screw her homegirls. Vivica Fox needs to just be open to who's gonna marry her. She can't have these demands that set women up for failure. They're setting you up for failure. Oh, I'm a black woman. I want me a black man, 6'2", making $250,000 a year. No, he not gonna fuck with you, because he gonna get a non-black woman, whether she's white, whether she's Middle Eastern, whether she's Asian, or you know what I mean, or Latin. That's your competition. How are you gonna compete with that? You haven't created anything in over 20 years. 2023, the video and song Beautiful was 20 years old. It's 2025. What have y'all done? Kim Kardashian has a store for curvaceous women of color, inspired by women of color. I went into this store. She's a trendsetter. Our trendsetter for black woman of color is a white woman? That's crazy. Yes, I never understood until my mother took me to her hometown South Central and saw the realities of black America. That is black culture right there, unfortunately, today. The ghetto. But remember, the ghetto in the 1970s and 60s was love. Not like it is now. You can't have gangs in the black community like that. Not in 2025. It's gonna be like Chicago. It's gonna be a murder rap. Ain't nothing but a murder scene. I saw a beautiful bald woman in Greenwich Village back in 1992. She had a fitted jeans on, a plaid flannel shirt, open. She had a perfect skin, looked like a model, right? But now you got the average non-black woman that looks like a model. That's why they want that black baby. The black man thinks, well, she wants me. She don't want him. She wants the black blood. The only person that wants a black man is a black woman. The non-black woman doesn't want a black man. She wants a lit black man. She wants a Chris Brown. She wants all of those things, but she doesn't desire a black man the same way a black woman does, because she knows she can have anybody. Don't let her fool you. She doesn't leave Dominican Republic and say she's going to get a black man when she comes to America. She's either going to get her own, a white man, her own, and a white man comes first, or maybe a black man if he's rich. That's the game they're going to play here. So the man that has the money, he ain't gonna fuck with his sister. I'm telling you that right now. He gonna look for every excuse to down you, your attitude, your masculine. He just not gonna tell you, I'm not attracted to black women. I'm attracted to everything else. Kara says, I think black women took a bad fall and dropped the ball when they continue to uplift black men collectively. It ruined our image because y'all care too much. Y'all wasn't building anything. You had all these trailblazers that paved the way for you, and you fucking gave it away. That's what you did. You put braids into a white woman's hair or a Hispanic woman. Let her wear some cornrows at a club tonight. Niggas is gonna be on that shit. What you think? You could see a white man, a black man, and a white woman, and you walk the street and be like, you should be with a sister. He gonna be like, well, that's why I'm not with one, because she just did that. You can't do that shit anymore in 2025. Because you have to do it to all of them, all your coworkers. Some of y'all work in schools. Some of y'all work with nurses. Some of y'all work in Amazon. You cannot tell me, some of y'all are cops. Some of y'all are working for blue collars. Some of y'all working for first responders. The average non-black woman looks good in her uniform now. On average, they got the sauce. They don't have to hang with you to get with a black guy no more. They could go with a crew with him and do that shit on their own. They know niggas is gonna be on it. They got that work. Tyler, I noticed that my emotional intelligence and communication has been on point when dealing with other men. Yeah, but that's something y'all don't do. You got to be able to be with non-black people to know what your intelligence is about. You got to be you can't be a people person and all you do is fuck with niggas in 2025 or 26. That's not going to cut. Maybe if you was saying this in the 60s during the Black Panther movement, yes. Because now you're dealing with educated black men that were protecting sisters. It's not the same now. It's different. Everybody wants to be black but black people. What you think, Yeezy became famous for blacks? Put a pair of Yeezys on a sister, put a pair of Yeezys on a white girl. You know she lit. She got Yeezys on her feet with a tattoo on her leg. The sister got Yeezys on, that's just some nigga shit. They know what they're doing. Because the culture now is no longer in the black neighborhood. They don't have to go, back in the day, you had to go to 125th Street to buy black clothing, to do black culture. Now you go online. Y'all didn't prepare for that. Probably says Kim K selling those butt and hip pads underwear. Have you walked in that store? I walked in there. It's incredible. When you come to Manhattan, go to that store and see what I'm talking about. And look up and say, one woman did this, and the stupid fucking Kanye West pumped her up. The two people that's responsible for Kim Kardashian's success is Ray J and Kanye. That's right. Two black men. Now she got the kids. That's it. Once they start putting black kids into the universe and white mothers, that's it. They're unstoppable. You can't tell them shit. You can't run up on that white woman now like, fuck you, you white bitch, and she got 3 black sons. You gotta be careful with that shit. Or 3 black daughters. Kara said, I think it's the trans community is really about to take over the male preference, and it's sickening to watch in real time. No, they're not. Trans community ain't got nothing to do with this conversation. Nothing. Nope. I'm telling you what it is. Y'all fell off and you're looking bad. That's the trans community has nothing to do with this conversation, this topic at all. Because y'all fucked that up. You took the trans woman, you took the transsexuals' beauty secrets. Okay? They were getting BBLs and fake butts. They were the ones doing them shits in the hotels in the 80s. And y'all went out there to the hotels putting fake butts and going to Brazil and Colombia to get fake asses. So it's not their fault, it's your fault. You black women supported that shit and that shit exploded. The doctors started going to school like, yo, we need to catch this rush with this BBL shit because it's out of sync. And now sisters is flying to damn different countries and dying. The gays was doing that shit in hotel rooms with strippers in the 90s. I mean, late 90s, right? So in order for a transsexual to look like a woman, they would get their bodies done. Now bodies done is a thing of women now. Bodies done, the terminology is gay. That's trannies that started that shit. They get their bodies done. They get their dicks clipped. They get their waistline. That body's done. Ask any homosexual online. They'll tell you. That's they shit. Y'all went and copied that. Y'all was fucking up. So you were copying to look like a non-black woman, which is definitely not right. Then you copying the motherfucking homosexual black male, whether he's gay or he became a woman. You're putting makeup on your face. Look at the makeup. Listen, look at the makeup on Nicki Minaj and look at the makeup when you do it to a white country singer. Who's going to ace it better? White women just look better with makeup. You know what they look like when they don't have it on? Sisters don't even need that shit. So when you do the Nicki Minaj's and they give you all the bad women, the Nicki Minaj's, the sexy reds, the Cardi B's, all those are transsexuals of the 80s. That's what they looked like. When Eddie Murphy stopped and Teddy Pendergrass had that transsexual in his car back in the day, they looked like that. Transsexuals were looking like that in the 80s and 90s. They setting y'all up for failure. If you ask me right now, what woman looks the greatest with makeup, you're probably going to tell me somebody's going to have a clown makeup on. When you take the darkest skinned woman in a supermodel, and she's at a Mercedes-Benz Fashion Week, going down the red carpet or the runway, she has minimal makeup always. That's why they go dark. In the black community, a dark-skinned woman is not even, she's frowned upon. Meanwhile, to the non-black world, she's the prettiest woman on the earth because of her skin tone. No makeup is required with a dark-skinned woman at all. It's unnecessary. That's why when you see Spice, the Jamaican singer that's on Love and Hip Hop, she's always a hot mess. Number one, she has a BBL that looks stupid. She didn't even need that. And she got all this blue makeup with blue hair. That shit is unnecessary. Brothers ain't checking for that. Brothers will fuck a Puerto Rican woman with blue hair before they fuck a sister with blue hair. Not gonna do it, I'm telling you. And you know I could care less about these niggas. I'm telling you, this is why they don't fuck with y'all. Because y'all go outside looking like who did it and ran. And they can't tell you that because who's gonna take the critique? You gonna tell the nigga go kick rocks, fuck you. Because your baby's daddy liked it, but the baby's daddy is just like, well, bitch, I could fuck you all day, but I ain't trying to be seen with you and I'm damn sure ain't taking care of the kids. If you're not desirable, that's a problem. A woman should look at you and say, wow, I want to look like that. Little kids coming out of high school got to watch you when you walk in a store. Why make them throw up? Certain slippers in your house you shouldn't wear. I could care less. I'm in my damn house. Yeah, when you a pretty motherfucker, you could talk like that. You can't do that when you're busted. Because it's obviously we can see that. That's a problem. So when he tells you, oh, black woman, she got nasty attitude, they fake hair, then you go out there and cut their hair off. Then they're gonna say you a bald-headed bitch. Now you can put some wig on your head. He's gonna have a problem because he's not telling you the truth. He's not telling these non-black women that took over your shit. And I'm no longer attracted to you. I want to be over there. Is that a problem? It's not a problem. It's only a problem if he's dragging you in the process. You accept it when that gay man says, well, I don't like women, I want to be gay. Oh, well, we embrace that. You, black women, you should never embrace homosexuality. Why? Of all races, you are the least to embrace that shit, but you embrace it the most. You go to him for advice. You go to him for beauty tips. He dresses you up like a fucking clown. And you say, oh, thank you. He did 3 hours to have your makeup to look like a goddamn tranny from the 80s. They do that on purpose. Right Place says, I remember seeing a video, you telling white women she can wear braids, black men support them and still in the culture. He's right. They don't want you. But well, you gotta listen to me. This is my thing. In that video, I said, I don't have a problem with white women with braids. I just feel that they should pay homage because the sisters ain't telling them. I think of a sister, a white woman could say, shout out to Shaka Khan, all these women. Kim Kardashian has never credited a sister in her life. She only comes to them now that she's raising black kids. Now, what did you say? You said black women support them instilling the culture right there. So it's not that they don't want you black women, they don't want y'all ugly. No, I'm not saying it that way. I'm saying nobody wants a sister. A sister doesn't know who. Ask a black woman who wants her. If your own black man are not giving you the truth, you want the truth if he's married or got a girlfriend. No, you need to know the truth that your looks need to change. You need to be up to par. I got this poor little Mexican woman at my job. God damn, she's so fucking cute. How come I'm attracted to her? Mario sat in that whole video, not one time. He's supposed to just say, yo, I'm gonna be honest with you, black woman. I'm attracted to Mexican woman. He can't say that. He's afraid because the black women are gonna have a problem with that. As they should. Right? They should have a problem with that. But they have to also say, you know what? I'm part of this reason. We was going in this direction. What do you think is going to be 10 years from now if they keep going in this direction? Sister ain't going to look good to being 50. She's not going to look forward to being 30. I'm seeing young kids today. I was in the elevator earlier at this building, and I seen these 3 sisters walking in there. You know, they high school girls. They got their phones in their hand. They dressed in fucking Jordans. They look like bums. Well, how they got Jordan? They got Jordans on their feet. Girl clothes don't even cost as much as us. Ask any woman that got sons and daughters. Son shit costs more. Why the girls got on boy sneakers for? You don't know how to wear dresses. You can't wear shoes. In my daughter's school, the one sister I know personally, she's the worst dressed in there. Worst wig in the whole fucking school. All them Latin women up in there, they sexy with simple shit. They wearing the damn fucking flip-flops from the goddamn nail salon. Well, when the sister does that, there's a problem. You can't do that. You can't go cheap like her. She could wear a $2 pair of slippers. You can't do that. You know you can't do that. It never looks good. So your appeal as a black woman is what? Y'all keep using the same Angela Bassett's? Really? That's all y'all got? Angela Bassett? So Kara says something else. Hold on, what she say? I think the trans community is really about to take over male preference, and it's taking to watch. I hope the changes are made before it's too late. You need to make the changes yourself as a black woman. I'm telling you, you got to make it because y'all going to be fucked in 10 more years. That's why women are single. These sisters ain't single because, they got too many. No, it's because they're not desired. Because of their unrealistic events, their unrealistic demands. You can't live in a world with 1 billion people and have that mindset. Can't do that. Right Player says, can you tell if a black woman would be attracted to a black man if you've seen her face and her body? Yes. I can look at that and say she gets niggas. But I could also tell you, I could see a busted black chick and tell you she's still fucking. Let's not get it twisted. Please don't get this wrong. No woman has problem getting dick. An ugly man and an ugly woman is entirely different. A busted man and a busted woman is entirely different. Somebody's always fucking her. That's not the point. Any woman could get dick. Not every man could get pussy. When a woman is busted, you could look at her and know the type of nigga that's fucking her. But when a woman is fine, you also know the type of nigga that's fucking that. You can tell. I can tell especially. I could look at a woman and say, okay, that ain't no ordinary sister. Number one. Number two, she's probably married. So if I see a good-looking woman and she's single, I'm like, she must fuck a lot of niggas. Because why she ain't married? She's fucking. But, how come the non-black woman can get away with that fucking man? She can do that. You can't. Want me to give you a better example? As a man, I shit on myself. No, I go to a club, get drunk, shit on myself, throw up on myself. I clean up, get in the bathtub. I'll be in the alley, sleep, clean up the next day. I put on a suit, go to work. They laugh at me. Do you do that? They talk about you for the rest of your life. Now, years ago, that meant for any woman. Now it's a black woman. You can't do that. You can't walk in a club and niggas, you had 2 bodies in there. God forbid they know each other. You're through. So in Hollywood, it's worse because the news travels faster because it's a smaller group. So when you see all these women that, love yourself and be pleased to yourself and all this gracious peace in nature, the Mayas, the Nia Longs, because they fuck a lot of niggas. And them niggas talk. They talk to me. And I'm not even a celebrity. I already know all the women in Black Hollywood is hoes. Not because they are sluts per se, it's because Black men do not play that. One good thing that Black men are about they Black women, they can't deal with a slut. That's the biggest turnoff for a Black man. You tell a Black man you cheated on him, he'll never forgive you for that. A real man. Okay? The non-Black woman, I'll still fuck her every now and then. She gets a different privilege. You forget it, you're finished forever. I just went in a club. My man told me he fucked you 10 years ago. That'll turn him off. That Latin woman could be selling pussy. We don't get turned off from her. It's too many of them. It's too many to have an issue because she's not Black. You feel what I'm saying? But we look at you as that queen still. That'll turn them off because now you playing her game. You can't do what she does. You can't do what she does with fashion, not your fucking, you can't, when you put fake lips on a white woman, she didn't need it, but we still fuck with you. You do that as a sister, you're going to look crazy. You just can't do it. And you don't believe me, you'll see, just look in the street, look at the celebrities, why they single. Nia Long, that was foul what the guy did to her? No. She likes good-looking player niggas. You can't, you know what I mean? Once she go get her white billionaire, Eve ain't going through that shit. Y'all too goddamn picky. And time is running out. You too old to be doing that. Don't look at them. They're terrible examples of it. All of them. All the women that you watch from them TV shows and them movies, The Best Man, Tia and Tamara, all of them are fucked up. Oh, yeah, that's how come, Ashanti had to marry. What was she going to do? Be a baby's mother? Time was running out. What's she going to do? She knows she done fucked a lot of niggas in the industry. This junkie was the only choice. She knows she going to get fat after the baby, so fuck it. I'd rather be fat with a husband than be fat by myself. And that's because Ashanti's mother coached her, because Ashanti's mother is the one that runs her ass. We look best, simple, and put together. Yeah, but who? You understand, Valley? Like, in other words, first and foremost, as a Black woman, if you're going to be pretty, I seen your picture today, a nice little picture, Valley, but you got to step your shoe game up. You can't wear church heels. Can't do that. I seen your picture. You're an attractive woman, but you're very slim and petite. So you can't fuck around with your shoes. And women's shoes are cheap. There's no excuse. We barely wear shoes. You know what I mean? So you can't fuck around. You can't fuck around with sneaker gear, especially shoes. Shoes are more important than the sneakers. Why? Because the non-Black woman she's wearing the right shit. When y'all go to the gym, you want to have your stomach out, whether it's flat or not, you ain't got to do all that. Unless you coming through and your shit looking like a gladiator, don't even bother. Because there's a shitload of non-Black women in there with Black bodies, busting it down before you walked in. You know what I mean? How much do you charge for your consulting? Let me put my email up. I'll tell you when you email me. Hold on, let me put it up there. Y'all can shoot your questions, ladies and gentlemen. Don't feel intimidated, please. And these people that's asking me questions, they're members. True, whether it's True, whether it's Valley, whether it's Kara, these are people that I talk to on a regular basis. Okay, so this is my Well, just hit me on my Instagram. I'm sorry. I thought the email was up there. No, the email's on the bottom. Is it? Duh, I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I don't know why I don't have it here. Hold on. Okay. It's better to be with a non-black man and a black woman. Well, remember, when a non-black woman has a baby with a black man, it's about the kid. They're not thinking about nothing. They're thinking about them babies. Well, when a black woman has a baby with a non-black man, it could be about the kid also. But she's thinking it more on the kid's going to be light-skinned and pretty. The non-black woman is going to say the kid's going to have that black blood. I'm raising black children. It's a big difference. So they know there's a lot of things in our DNA that they could benefit where the kid is going to make me a millionaire. It's different. Yeah. Shout out to Shimmy. I would say the title, but I can't say it here because then everybody's going to steal it. But she says, you should charge personal consults on your side. There's actually a terminology for that. If you hit me on my Instagram, I'll tell you what it is. Those are 6-inch red bottoms. It don't have to be red bottom. Not every red bottom looks good. You got to get a chic shoe. You know what I mean? Chic with that pointy. You got to be the right point at that heel. For all that, you might as well just get around fronts. You don't need the pointy heel if it ain't gonna be right. Platforms. You slim. You're supposed to be wearing platforms. Your heels are supposed to be platform. You can't, because it's gonna look like a church shoe. You're too slim and tall for that type of shoe. It has to be a platform. Platforms are very sexy on a skinny woman. You know what I mean? You're an attractive woman, you know what I mean? But you know what I mean? You need that guidance. There ain't too many men that's gonna be like, oh, you should wear these. He don't know. He don't know how to dress. A woman could barely dress herself. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, you gotta thank you, Jordan. You gotta take heed that I'm out here and I'm watching y'all. You can't go, you can't go. Well, I just woke up, I dropped my kid off at school. Every time you doing that, you're giving your kid a problem. You're gonna traumatize your children. She's going to get older and say, wow, I remember my mother used to wear these busted shoes. Her feet was dirty. She woke up and didn't take her. You can't do that because somebody's always watching. Nate, is it recommended to wear heeled boots for small, petite women every day? No, not every day. Not every day. That's a great question. She said, Nate, is recommended to wear heeled boots for a small, petite woman every day if they don't like the shoes or sneakers? Not every day, but you should practice wearing them every day. You get it? If you can. In other words, you don't have to wear them outside. You can wear them in the house. Just practice. Practice, because you don't want to be in a position where you can't walk in a shoe. That's now the shoe's too, you're on a date or you're at an event, you can't walk in a shoe. So make sure you go to an event, always have some nice slippers, some nice little things you could wear because, you know, shit happens. You be at a party and them shits may be hurting. But if you practice on wearing them, you know, you break them in, you find out which one is comfortable, which one is not. Some shoes got a 2-hour limit. Amen? You have to practice that. But you wear a nice looking, comfortable shoe. Valley, you got like long feet. That looks good on a tall woman because you look tall and you're slim. So you got to get the right sneaker. You don't have to wear Yeezys because Yeezys are kind of like, they're not the most comfortable thing, but you could get those, I forgot the name of those sneakers with the fat sole. But I forgot, Bolo or something, I forgot. You could get something like that. Those are comfortable and you can walk in them every day. So please don't go out in heels because I'm telling you, practice them. Don't wear them every day. If you're at a job and you're in your school and you could wear heels and fuck them up, yeah, because now you're the epitome of black beauty. The non-black woman is just going to follow you. So that's fine if she does, you know what I mean? But you don't want to be in a position where, like most sisters are in, when these non-black women is fucking killing it. And they're poor. There's a man's shelter, a woman's shelter near my daughter's school. Yo, sisters be coming up in there and non-black women looking crazy, obviously, because, they in a shelter. But then there's some ones, how do I know they in the shelter? Because the way they dressed. You see where I'm coming from? I wouldn't know if they was in a shelter if they presented themselves accordingly. Women could afford to do that more than men. You know what I mean? A woman could have some inexpensive shoes, inexpensive footwear, inexpensive pair of slides, some Nike, I don't know, anything. You know what I mean? True said, will a black man be with a black woman who is busted in the face but a nice body? Black man, no, not a sister. Nope. He gonna fuck her for the body. That face don't be right because he could get the Asian woman and a Latin one. Now he could get the face and the body. You got to remember, over there, you can't be exotic and be busted. It's less likely. If you got 10 Hispanic women on one corner and 20 sisters, I guarantee most of them, those 10 women, most of them going to be cute. Most of them, probably all. That's just a fact. Anywhere you go, you know that. They could be kids, little teenagers with makeup on. They have exotic appeal. It's not their fault. They were born that way. That's your competition. So once you allow that to disintegrate, now they're able to take your attributes, put a pair of Jordans on. She has a pair of leggings on. She got a hoodie and a little dad cap, and she's all the boys are going crazy for her in the school. The sister do that, she just dressing like the average black woman. See the difference? So back to that situation, if a woman is unattractive in the face and she got a nice natural body, then you know niggas is hitting that because of the body. But if she's busted in the face and got a fake body, then you know she just got the body. Her face is busted. But corny niggas is probably hitting that because her body's fake. Feel what I'm saying? When a Latin woman got a fake body, niggas is still piping that. And showing her off. She can get away with it. You can't. You're black. So in other words, he has high expectations of you in a good way. He expects that he know a lot of niggas want her, so he don't even think about her body count. Your body count is important. God, I like regular shoes. Yeah, like, listen, you could wear, the key is you have to show me your shoes, and I'm like, no, that's not gonna work. Because, again, you can have a Mexican woman come off the boat with the cheapest shoes. Put her in some sultry shit. Forget it. She's gonna be unstoppable. And that's good either way. You can't wear cheap shoes at all as a sister. I don't give a fuck if they name brand. If they look cheap, you can't get away with that. Shout out to J. Reed. My fashion style is very tomboyish, yet feminine, like Tiana Taylor. But should I switch it up? Again, it all depends. I don't know what you look like, but if I looked at you, I can tell you. Sometimes the tomboy look is lit. Depends on a woman. You know, as a sister, the darker you are, the less you should ever be tomboyish. Because you're the epitome of a black woman. You got more representation. But some people may take offense to that. But it's the truth. The half-breed, she could get away with that. Half-breed woman could be a skateboarder and get away with that shit. And be cute. She's half white. That's exotic. You understand what I'm saying? What's she doing? You gotta know, it's not even about knowing your hook anymore. You gotta present a style. Now I'm gonna give you all the examples of this right here. I'm gonna show you what I'm talking about, right? When you looked at a woman in the 90s, right? in the 80s, right? So let's just put up, so we had this thing back in the day, and I caught into this, right? It was called Jet Beauty. Now, this is knowing when you learn your competition. So they talk about this new thing about doing research, right? True research is knowing history, right? You can't research through Google and say, oh, that's research. I'm using this one example because this is Google, but watch how I break it down. Now, if you know Black Beauty, you would know what Jet Magazine is. This doesn't mean, oh, I'm old and you're young. No, you have to know Black Beauty to know what Jet Magazine and Ebony Magazine was, right? So, for example, right? You go to Jet Beauty of the Week. This is what these women were looking like then. There was very few white women that would have been able to be in this magazine. It was for Black women only. It wasn't about your shade. It wasn't about your dark. It wasn't about your thick. I used to buy this book in the mid and middle. I think they stopped in the 90s. Let me tell you something. This book here, I used to go to one position in the book. And to this day, I got about a stack of Jet Beauties of the Week. Look at what these women look like. Some of these shits are like 40, 50 years old. Look. How did y'all come from this and looking like that? How did y'all let that non-Black woman scaring away that Black bastard Snoop Dogg and fucking Pharrell? All them niggas went to Brazil. How do y'all niggas still put these niggas on a pedestal? And they made a video called Beautiful that had nothing to do with a Black woman. Beauty of the Week. Look at this. So before Instagram, and this is what these women looked like then. Just punch in Jet Beauty of the Week and go to images. Look at this. None of these women, very once in a blue they threw a celebrity, but there was no celebrities then. You just was a beautiful Black woman. No body work, nothing. Look at this. It's endless. Some of these I got this. There's a few of them I actually have. You know what I mean? My mindset then, I knew that this was the epitome of beauty. How do y'all come from this and fucking look like that? Y'all fell off. If we're in the future, how is this the past and it's better than the present? All natural beauty. Look at these women. All of them. They never had a bad Jet of the Beauty. Even if she did, it was cool. It'll be another one next week. We didn't know none of these women's names. Look at this shit, man. This is as far as sluttiness got. All these sisters was fine. Beautiful sisters, man. Just loads and loads of Black beauty. Short hair, long hair, didn't matter. When I was a kid, sisters was looking amazing. But y'all don't know. Y'all have to look at it and say, do you think the white woman didn't look at this and say, God damn, we can't fuck with these sisters? Not back then. They can now. Beauty of the Week. Every 7 days, I forgot what day of the week it came out. They had a different one every single week. They said they signed, what's their interest are. No emails then, nothing. Jet Essence, all gone. They never wanted that black woman to be powerful. So when y'all allowed your culture to be diminished, that was it. You killed it. You know, you got to think on the lines, man, and say, where did we go wrong? Your dedication is so deep with that black brother. He made a video in 2003 and called it beautiful and shot it in Brazil. Nobody ever pressed Snoop on that shit. You see Ray J. Ray J's fan base are black people, black women especially. No nigga cared for him. He co-signed this non-black woman and she made her whole family became a fucking billionaires off that shit, off of black attributes. This is what women were looking like in the 80s and 90s. I seen it. Brothers wasn't talking about black women was busted then. Kenneth said, what do you believe is the downfall of sisters not looking the way they were back in the jet? You probably came in later, Kenneth. I just actually did a whole thing on it. They didn't study their competition. They never learned it. They never learned their competition. You have to learn your competition. You want to open up a rib shack, brothers? You gotta watch who has one in the neighborhood. Niggas are stupid. Well, there's no rib shack in the neighborhood. I'll open up one. No. You gotta watch. If you have a rib, you don't want to have a rib shack and there's no competition. If you have a bar, let's use a better one. You have a barbershop. You got to study your competition, right? There's 3 barbershops in the neighborhood, fine. Study them. Study their competition. Study their leverage. Study was their barbershop in there 30 years ago, 40 years ago. Find out the structure in that community. Visit the shop. Sit down in there. Show brothers, listen, man, how you doing, man? Listen, thinking about opening up something. Maybe we could do something. Even if they don't want to do it, study them. Put it out there. You don't want to be the guy that visited them and you cut their throat to open up a spot. You have to learn that because that's what corporations do. Corporations use ghost customers and they sketch the area and they visit and check it out and see the momentum. They watch the kids come out of high school. What high school is, they study all that. Now, see, the thing is, when you deal with a doo-doo stain like this piece of shit here, Deacon, the Weeds comedian, you can't pay niggas like this attention. These are the type of niggas that cops shoot, and I love when they kill them. Don't pay attention to these motherfuckers. Nobody wants him. He's worthless, and he's a black male. The same shit that y'all put on the pedestal. This nigga is dirt. Don't listen to these motherfuckers. He's a troll. Go to his page. Somebody tell me if he got a real page. Go to his page. Deacon Weasel, the comedian. You see what I mean? That's all these niggas know how to do. Be comics, barbershops. All these motherfuckers is losers. And they the reason why y'all fell off, because you entertain these fucking animals. Y'all don't see the comments, or y'all can't see it? There's this guy named Deacon Weasel, the comedian. I guess because he cursed, you can't see it. So he said, those are the worst bitches living. He's the worst nigga living. He should have been dead yesterday. He's a piece of fucking dirt. So y'all can't see it, so it's useless. Like it was on you see it on the bottom of my screen. You gotta, don't pay attention to him. Don't pay attention. I had it on the bottom of the screen. Don't pay attention. That's another reason, because you listen to that fucking down low butt fucker. Don't listen to him. He the same one to talk all that gangster shit and then he fucking punks in jail. Don't listen to that motherfucker. I love my dark skin. Yes, it looks great on those white sheets. Yes, it does. You should be wearing white underwear and white bras and panties. You know what I mean? Like, there's a lot of things, but you don't know your dark skin is good if you're dealing with that fucking ape. Said the Snoop video ruined it. Yes, no. It's not that it ruined it. Snoop video didn't ruin it. Nobody gave the nigga no pushback. Snoop and Pharrell did y'all dirty. He went to Brazil to shoot a video and called it beautiful. Yeah, he threw a couple of sisters in it. It was Brazilian women. They went to Brazil. They took that 14-hour fucking plane flight to shoot the video. Why they didn't shoot them motherfucking Africa? All of them are like that. I'm just saying, they're not gonna tell you, but y'all let them get away with that. Like, don't look at it as a preference, not a preference. It's beyond the preference. It's an obsession. Because niggas are obsessed with an attractive woman, as they should if they straight, right? Oh, well, Snoop is loyal to his wife. Listen, it's irrelevant whether Snoop is relative, right? But no, Snoop ain't gonna fuck nobody that look like his wife. All his bitches are half-breeds. Look it up. Anytime Snoop cheats, it's gonna be a non-black woman. That's what they do. You know what I'm saying? Thank you, Kara. You can't pay niggas like that attention. That's the same goofy nigga you meet. I own a barbershop. I own a rib shack. I own a burger spot. I own houses. That nigga's a bum. That's a buster. Broke niggas talk like that. So that's not what you need. You know what I mean? Because he can't come to the white woman with that fucking goofy shit. But once again, this is not impressing a black man. This is the fact that you lost your men. The men are not into you anymore. All of you. They're not. Unless you meet the conditions of a non-black woman. And we ain't talking light skin. We talking, you're black, but you look like you fucking Asian. You're black, but you look, you know what I mean? It's different. Because some of y'all light-skinned sisters, a lot of y'all are goofy because you got the same, you think, well, I'm lighter skin, I could do better in a dark. Yeah, but you still got that black mentality. You don't know your value. You never researched or you never learned your competition. So that applies for your light-skinned ass too. What do you think? You have more bodies than the average brown-skinned woman. Oh, Nate, no, you didn't. It's true. The light-skinned woman got more bodies than a lot of dark-skinned women because she feels that she's prestige. She can do certain things that you can't because more niggas is on her back. She's still black. The name is still going to get dragged, if not worse, because she has sister. Believe me. All of Snoop's boys had kids with Latinos. Now, that's a good fact. Bring me some facts here. I seen that. Look at Snoop's sons. All of Snoop's sons had babies with Latinos. Now, as a black man, it's pretty sad. It is. But because sisters ain't looking good, they falling off. They allow their style, attractiveness, beauty, culture. They gave that shit to the non-black woman. It's not the fact that they scooping up your man. That's an understatement. Why are they scooping up your man? Even when they bums. Are most non-black men henpecs? No. Not with a black woman. Not if you're looking at white men on a henpeck level of a wife on him, most men is married are henpecks. A henpeck is just a man that lives with his woman or married to his woman and she runs the show. So that's not even, that's a nigga thing. It could be anybody. I know a lot of shitty. Most motherfuckers I know that's married is henpecks. They're not in charge. They got to get permission from their wife. You know what I mean? Golden Owl said, I agree with what you said in another video. Snoop is from Cali and the colorism is especially bad there. I've heard black women have a really hard time there. Black women have a hard time in all the United States of America. They got it everywhere. That's global. It's a problem here, but it's everywhere. The same problem that's in LA is in Wyoming, West Virginia, Delaware, same shit. You got a sister with a fat ass and a white woman with a fat ass. Who you think the brother gonna go for? You got a black woman that walks in a chicken spot, Asian woman that walks with a fat butt, Latin woman that walks. Who you think he gonna go for? He gonna go for that. You black, you supposed to have that ass. She ain't. See, a lot of Mexicans in California, a lot of Mexicans are everywhere now. Just that Mexicans in California look more polished, they look more European. You know, we don't just have Mexicans that look like that. Our Mexicans look different. We got more traditional looking Mexicans. You understand? They're not as polished as yours, but the kids now are starting to do, they're starting to do their makeup. You know what I mean? Starting to get into the groove because they going to black schools. They're listening to the music. They know the latest dance, the latest challenge dances. They know. They're watching that shit. So any man could be a henpeck. A henpeck is usually just a man that his wife runs his fucking ass, girlfriend. That could be any race. Well, Monique was telling, oh, y'all can't be going out with the what you call the bonnets in the head. You can't listen to Monique. Monique is busted. She can't tell you nothing. She can't give you beauty tips. Jennifer Hudson can't give you beauty tips. Sherry Shepherd can't give you beauty tips. They all look like drag queens. They're all a hot mess. All of them. Niggas ain't fucking with that. The best looking TV host that we got with a TV show is Tamron, and she's with a white man. She ain't got no body. She got a pretty face, but she got nothing. I'm hard on that black bastard, but he got a point. That's why y'all keep bringing up Angela Bassett. It's like, y'all can't give me another black woman. Angela Bassett is nearly in her damn 70s, and that's all y'all got? How come Cher looks the way she do at 79? What does a black woman look at 79 these days? Let's keep it a stack. Yeah, we all know that she made up, she rich, but again, can we have a better example? You know what I mean? But despite sicknesses at that age and all, but you know, you put Gladys Knight next to Cher. I mean, come on now. You know what I mean? Where's your sexy at? What about Megan Thee Stallion? Have you seen her today? And Clay? No black man want that shit. Clay can have that. She looks too much like a transsexual. Nobody's attracted to her. That's why she's cooning with him. Ciara's the same way. Nobody wants Ciara. Ciara could be with Russell. Ciara like thugs. She's in the gangsters. That's not her style. So Meg Thee Stallion, she could hoopla with anybody she want. Meg Thee Stallion is attracted to the nigga that shot her. That's the type of nigga she like. She ain't into that nigga. She's not into that Clay guy. She ain't into him. A black man that's attractive comes in the presence of Clay. Okay, let's flip it around. Ain't no white man fucking with a good looking brother. Can't fuck with him. If Meg Thee Stallion had a choice to be with your supreme ball player, black man, Tyson Beckford looking dude, they ain't a white man that can fuck with that. There's not a white man alive that can fuck with a black man. Can't fuck with him. And sisters know that. So when sisters try to go, I'm gonna give me a white man, it's like, okay, that's cool, but you know what I mean? Just make sure you learn to love him, because you always gonna be attracted to that brother. Just stay away from brothers. That's the problem. Black women can't resist black men. A white woman could do without. She could get an ugly nigga with a big dick. That's easy. You know what I mean? But a sister, she gotta be with a specific white boy. So that means, when she gotta do that, means she's attracted to black men. Can you give an example of a non-black cock handler? A cock handler is a man that attracts women. A nigga that He's magnetic with women. You could look at him and tell he gets pussy, even as a man. A woman could smell it, especially a woman. She could smell it. He could be with his wife. She could tell that's a cock man right there because he has that attractiveness. The way his clothes fit his body, the way he walks, the way he talks. He's charming. He's fearless. Any woman could be attracted to that. That's something that should be normal with men, but it's not. You know what I mean? Like a cock is getting a lot of cock before the white woman had made it a black thing, a black man's dick. Cock is a pussy. So a pussy handler, basically, that's what that means. Like, what do you think of Halle Berry? Halle Berry's looking terrible now. She's looking all old and beat up now. She looks terrible. That's not the Halle Berry that we know in 93. So some women go, well, she aged. She ain't aging gracefully at all. Halle Berry looks like Nicole Ari Parker. She looks like everybody. This is a movie now on Lifetime with what's the dude from Best Man? The black dude. They just did a movie with Terry McMillan. She looks like whoever the actor. I thought it was Halle Berry. No, again, listen, we're not going to get into names. You're saying April Mason's gorgeous. No. I come from the school of the jet beauty of the week. It didn't matter the name. A fine black woman was just fine. It didn't matter who they was. Now y'all naming celebrities, right? Jay Reed just ran. That's cool. But that's the problem. That's when you know that shit is bad because y'all reaching. I could go to Instagram and get a no-name person right now, show you somebody fine, and she's probably not going to be a sister. On average. That's bad. So whoever April Mason is doesn't even matter. You know what I mean? It's like naming a pretty black woman is pretty pathetic because we keep saying the same names over and over again. The woman that's leading the pack are not good. The Halle Berrys, all of these black single women in their middle age is not a good look. That's not inspiring. You know what I mean? Y'all should have an aunt that's fine, or a cousin, or you. You know, what about Fatima, Brooklyn Betty Boop? What about you? What about you? You should have came out here and say, Nate, you forgot to mention me. I'm a fine-looking woman. The non-black woman would talk that shit. She'd be like, oh, you have no fucking idea when you see me. You're going to love me. Why don't you talk like that instead of naming April Mason? You seen the title? The title says black woman fell off looking bad. Look, stop. You should have looked at this and said, well, Nate, I'm a bag of goods. Where's your confidence? That's a problem. You right now, Fatima Brooklyn Betty with the Betty Boop face, yeah. What about you? How do you look? Why don't you name yourself Nate? Go to my Instagram and look at my photos. Matter of fact, give me your email, Nate. Let me show you what I look like. We've been doing this shit for 2 hours. Nobody said nothing about their own self yet. Not one fucking time. Challenging. You just got a challenge. You can't tell me as a black woman that every day you go out, you see a busted ass chick. How many of y'all see busted Latin women, busted Asian women, busted Indians? Go into the hospital right now. Just take a walk. Say, fucking my finger hurts. Go into the emergency room and see what happens when them nurses give you a room and see them fine bitches walking around all night. Pierola, she's a singer from Angela. We don't want to hear no more singers at this time of the conversation. What about you, Jolita? What do you look like? You got a J there. Where's your picture? When we do that, they call you delusional. That nigga says that. Don't listen to that fucking. Don't listen to Planet of the Apes. Nobody listens to a fucking gorilla. They run. All right, Shimmy, if you seen a gorilla, would you sit there and listen to him, or I'm gonna run my fucking ass off? Never listen to a gorilla. Just get the fuck out of his way. It's not about what he likes. It's about what y'all look like. Fuck him. He don't know the difference because he the reason why y'all in this position. He can't tell you which socks to wear. They're animals. I don't listen to them motherfuckers. They listen to me. Big difference. When men see me, they goddamn big brother, they gonna look up to me. I don't look up to no fucking man. Unless it's my dad. I never looked up to another. Men are not giving me that impression in the streets. No, my man Tyson Beckford is. Shout out to Tyson Beckford. Good looking personal friend of mine. I seen this motherfucker had women go crazy just when he walked in. I haven't seen that since. I've never seen a man in my position, in my presence, physically, of me knowing the person, have a woman ever go that crazy, ever. I've never seen that. And that was 13 years ago. In a meatpacking district right downtown. I will never forget that. And I said, let me ask you something, Ty. What's your diet like? He said, well, shit, I still eat a muffin. You know what I mean? I still eat fucking fatted foods. He's a good-looking brother. We don't see good-looking brothers often. So, you know what I mean? So, as black men, we don't see that. So you can't listen to that fucking ape. He's going to have his opinion. Yes, because he knows that in his fantasy world, there's a lot more women than you. Yes, he's right about that. Absolutely. Does he have more options? He has more things to look at. That's it. Ray, you forgot about me to mention I'm 5'3", kinky hair, dragging that wagon. Well, that just came. That made my heart beat when you said that. Just right there. I said, ooh. I'm going to give you real time. Let me read it. Right, Nate, you forgot to mention 5'3", kinky hair, dragging that wagon. Ooh. You said dragging that wagon. That means her shit is just the imagination. The nigga that can't get that gonna be like, oh, fucker, she's delusional. No woman's gonna be delusional saying she dragging that wagon. There's some truth to that shit. That's confidence. That means that's the same woman that knows, let me go walk up to this fucking let me go get a refill on this juice and shut this nigga down real quick. That's what I like to see. Because that's what they're doing. It wasn't that sisters was doing this 30 years ago. They've been doing this 30 years ago. What happened? You look at all them 1940s, 50s, 60s movies, them beautiful. Every time they had one sister in there, she was amazing. Not saying a white woman weren't attractive, but not like their sister. It's a big difference. That's impressive. Just that. It took 2 hours and 8 minutes to hear a woman say, right now, you forgot to mention I'm 5'3", kinky and dragging that wagon. We don't give a fuck about Angela Winbush, fucking Angela Winfield. We want to hear you as a woman. Well, Nate, what if we old? It's not about being older. It's looking old. You could look old and be in your 20s. Old is just a layout for somebody that looks tired. But when you look good, they say she's older. It's a big fucking difference. That's how they address it. How she look? Now, she's a nice looking older woman. But when you bust it, they're gonna be like, nah, she old, son. You ain't gonna want that. Most of the time, it's the best looking woman in the room, no lie. Most of the time. Yeah, you gotta remember though, man, like, I live in New York. So we don't have the best race that looks out here and the best, it's too much. But I could tell you one thing that has changed. These white women are not fucking around. Back in the day, we had a few. High school, we had to have 2, 3, maybe 4 or 5 bad chicks in a senior class, right? And that was then. Now, white women ain't playing around. You don't hear brothers talking on, I don't fuck with no white woman, I'm about my sisters. He don't even talk like that. 30 years ago, he did. When that red, black, and green pennant was on his neck, you will never hear a brother, fuck that, man, I don't fuck with none of them Asian bitches. I be with my sisters. They don't talk that. They can't. And if he does say he's lying. That was believable in 91, not now. No way. It's impossible. If he's straight, no fucking way. Because there's too many women now that got it. It sounds like the key is confidence and style. Yes, exactly. So look at the title. Black woman fell off looking bad. Lost look, style, attractiveness, beauty, culture. Y'all gave your culture up. Your culture is confidence. You can't just go push up on a white woman like, yeah, you white bitch, fuck you. She gonna be like, listen, I'm dragging that wagon. She gonna use your words. Oh, no black man's gonna want you. She gonna be like, bitch, please. You know you fucking out of your mind. Her confidence is different. You showing less confidence telling her that. 30 years ago, you could tell her that and back it up. Because brothers like, I ain't fucking with no devil white bitch. Now he can back it up. That's right. Exactly. The culture is the confidence. So your culture, your presentation is beyond the whole, okay, granted, you know, we could say culturally, let's just say how you do on on holidays, right? So we all know, like, you know, black barbecues are more cultured than white barbecues. But now, you know, you go to a white barbecue right now, all they got to do is get a motherfucking catered food. They're going to be playing hip hop in there too. And ain't going to be nobody shooting. So I'd rather go to the white cookout. The black cookout's they're going to shoot it up. They're going to be arguing, hating, black motherfuckers going to be mad, family don't get along. You know what I mean? They at peace the way we used to be. You know what I mean? There was a time we was at peace. So they took our culture. They didn't steal it. We gave it up. When you give up your community, you give up everything, right? So you're giving up your culture now. Nobody's pressing nobody. Snoop never got pressed for that shit. Right. Very true. You don't even need black people to celebrate black culture no more. We don't own. What happened to Soul Train? Who owned that? What happened to BET? Who owns that? All them Norman Lear shows from the 70s. We wasn't owning that shit. Now we got shitty Tyler Perry. How the white man did better with black culture in the 70s than Tyler Perry can do now? Our culture ain't, you know, when we do a Tubi movie, we living in a mansion, mini mansion. She's a lawyer, you know, he's a stockbroker. It's like the same story, the same redundant shit, you know what I mean? White people got rhythm now. You got Chris Brown dancers that be white boys and white women fucking it up. You would have never seen that shit back in the damn In Living Color days. That's why J-Lo got up, because society didn't know that Latins get down like that. But Puerto Ricans, as y'all didn't know, they came up with us with hip hop, not to lose anything, but it wasn't shocking to us. They just caught a Latin chick from the Bronx. That's a Puerto Rican. That ain't nothing. Beauty isn't about how you're older. To be honest, you can have confidence, but these women are busted in the face with no body. Don't be delusional. Nah, it's not that they're busted in the face. When I say busted, we're talking head to toe. Period. They just ain't, they gave up. Busted doesn't mean you ugly. You know what I mean? That's what I mean. Busted means you don't put no all into who you are. There's nothing there. You walking out with a bonnet on your head, big old frisbee on your fucking head and you thinking you cute. Because the Latin bitch that's from the hood could get away with that. With pajamas. Yes, she can. You can't. You can't be a black woman and get away with that shit. Wear that shit in your house. Just can't do it. And that delusional word is a YouTube social media slang. You can't be delusional if you can back it up. Black men are delusional. You know what I mean? These niggas believe they can have anything. They tell you they can have all these different things. They can't have none of that shit. Most men can't get what they want. A woman, you could get what you want even when you busted. You could still get dick. Did man Demi win by trying to be black? Come on, bro. Come on, bro. This. Anyway, just ignore that fucking loser. And you talk about politics, we kick you right out of here. Bye. That's it. As soon as you talk politics, I'm shoving my fucking foot in your face. Suck my dick. Excuse me. Beauty is an eye of the beholder. No, it's not. Not anymore. Beauty. When you hear women say beauty is in the eye of the beholder, that means she's ugly. That's bullshit. Beauty is not a behind the beholder. That's some shit you tell your busted kids that let herself go. That's bullshit. It's not a behind the beholder. Either you hot or you're not. Destiny swapping. Yeah, it could be. In the 90s, BET literally was a celebration of black people. It's crazy how it changed to, well, I mean, what do we have? You don't even own a black radio station. Black radio stations here that play black music owned by a white man. So, you understand what I'm saying? What do we own? That was a good one. Destiny swapping like that. Yeah, you got to think about it. It's you know, when it's like here in New York, right? Who does the best washing set? You go get your hair done, right? So who's going to do it? You know, back in the day, you wasn't going to a white woman to do it. Not anymore. You can have a white woman do your shit. There's a white woman out here I know a white chick out here that braids hair and do niggas locks. Can't go by that anymore. You go to the African one, she the one that'll fuck your hair more than a white woman. There's a white woman out here in Staten Island that works at this barbershop and she does locks and braids well. And guess who goes to her? Everybody. Non-black, black, everybody. They all ran with our shit. See, we as black men, we're responsible in certain ways, but we didn't take it too bad when society was grabbing our shit because they still would give us compliments and commend us. Black women, you have to call that shit out. The black man is not going to call it out because we looked at it as an honor. You can't allow that because you are the epitome of beauty. So you can't allow all you got is that. The black man, remember, our shit is still European. So he doesn't have the stamp in tall, dark, and handsome could be a white man. You know what I'm saying? But a black beauty is a black woman. There's no black beauty for us. So a black man, he only know to be a good looking if he a ball player, rich, famous. You know what I'm saying? He's an athlete, football player, but black beauty, when you say the reference black beauty, that's to a black woman. And black women today are not representing that. They're just not. Just look at your communities. Look at the rappers. Look at Glorilla. Glorilla's busted, but Sexy Red, come on, man. Sexy Red she just made more black women in the community stay where they're at because Sexy Red did it. Well, because Sexy Red's going to get attention because she's Sexy Red, but average woman that look like Sexy Red, she in the presence of a white or a Latin woman, they're not going to fuck with that Sexy Red looking chick. They'd rather take their ratchet white chick before her. The white woman you desire was ugly in the face or on IG. Black woman, the white woman you desire was ugly in the face on IG. Black woman can't get that from the man. That's what I meant. The white woman, I desired was ugly in the face on IG. Black women can't get that from their men. I don't know what you mean. I mean, what do you consider ugly? I mean, how many likes and comments did she have in a picture? It's like that's what matters. You know what I mean? Like, they could say Sarah J, the porn star, she's not attractive in the face, but ain't no black man, they wouldn't fuck that. But when the sisters got them numbers, they don't want to be bothered with you. So that's not a bad thing. You can't be a hoe and be a black woman and respect it. Oh, the workout lady. You said the workout lady. Oh, okay. Okay, I got you. Yeah. You talk about the chick from New Orleans. I wouldn't say she's ugly. I would just say, hey, she need to get her hair done. You know that chick that slides in, she does the workout. All right, y'all. Yeah. She got a nice voice. You could tell she's a hood white chick. Niggas like that. It's weird. It's that, like, that's the allure now. You know what I mean? I wouldn't call her ugly. Ugly would be a little extreme. She's not ugly. I would say the hair could do some, you know what I mean? She needs to get her hair done. But she's thick white chick. That's beyond fuckable. That's desired. And she's working out. You know, we don't get it twisted. We feature a lot of good looking women on our shit, but you know, I don't want to give y'all examples. That's why I'm trying not to give y'all. I'm not trying to give y'all an example. I did the Jet Beauty, but I'm not really trying to go deep into the examples because I don't want you to get lost because you may not look like none of the women I show. So I don't want you to get lost with that. I'm just showing you that in the 90s, I'm using that as the most recent time, before the 2003 slowdown, we didn't have to name a celebrity woman to be beautiful. This is a picture of Albie Shaw coming out of a concert, and he's holding his woman's hand, and you don't see women looking like that. You don't see that. Like, sisters dominated everything. They was in the rap videos. When they were rap, when Salt and Pepper was, ooh, baby, get up on it. These chicks was hot. They were stylish. They created shit. Now the non-black woman is grabbing what y'all not doing. And everything they grab, y'all just keep losing it. So now, oh, well, that's what they like. We need to look like them. No. You gotta look like yourself now because you done gave them everything. So you let your looks go. You let your style go. Now you're not attractive. Your natural beauty, you let that go. You let your culture go. What do you got to share? Because a nigga told you, yo, come suck my dick. I like a woman. I mean, you know, you doing that shit right now, you going to compete with the white hoe. He'll probably end up marrying her before he marry you. So let her do that. Unless you like to do it, it's unnecessary because it ain't going to help you. It'll help her. She do that nasty shit, he going to fall in love and never leave her. Why you see these pretty non-black women with these ugly motherfuckers? Look at Mariah the Scientist. She's half white. Look at her man. Is atrocious. Young Thug. But he'll never leave her. Yeah, he may cheat and do some shit, but he not leaving. You ain't gonna see Young Thug like, yo, I'm done with her. It's never gonna happen. She gotta be done with him. And as pretty as she is, she probably don't even think she's God's gift to the world because she got one man that's into her. So, you know what I mean? That's the man she looking at. And that's fine. But once again, now you're in a society now where you may think, well, she just got it for this way and got it good. Yeah, but she's still black. She still has a black woman mindset. She's not going to skip to the Elu like that non-black woman. Black women don't have the self-esteem of a non-black woman because y'all lost that confidence. You listen to 70s music, 80s music, you heard them sisters sing, they was in a zone. They were talking, they were confident of their love, and they were confident knowing if you do me dirty, I'll get it somebody else. Sisters will tell the nigga that and then be with the nigga the next day. So that's the culture. Your culture of your blackness, of love yourself, don't take nothing for less, don't take no shorts. Now y'all take shorts. You see how quickly we see a couple of trolls come here, just kick the nigga out. Fuck him. You had a date with a nigga, you don't like the way the nigga smells, walk away. Don't tell him, just leave. Say, yo, I'm sorry, I was sick. Get in your car and block your fucking number. Get in the Uber and leave. Like, you have that ability. You can't have your standards where I have high standards. I want what I want from a man. Not in this fucking time. You better take anything decent, you better grab it. Motherfucker got a decent little job. He's a gentleman. You better grab his ass, because they ain't going to get no better than that. Tell you that right now. I don't give a fuck if he's a dirty ass mechanic. You know, have that nigga just get little, take him to get his nails done every now and then to clean because his hands are dirty. Work with that. But don't think out here because, as a black woman, I should have a man that has the same or equal. No, it's not happening. You're black. Sorry. That's like a black man saying, as a black man, that cop should treat me the same way like a white man driving 3 o'clock in the fucking morning. It's not happening. Brothers got way too many fantasies that could be met. You know what I mean? You got to think about it. You putting yourself in that position, they setting you up for failure. You know what I mean? You want to turn, a non-black woman could talk about her figures and what a nigga got to have. You can't do that. That'll turn him off. And if he going to deal with a woman that's fucking greedy, he going to go for the non-black one. He ain't going to give it to you. You think Tracy Morgan going to be with some black woman and talking 6-figure nigga? He going to go with that Latin prostitute that says 6-figure nigga. Black brothers like they money to go further. They're like, well, shit, if I'm going to pay, I'd rather go over there. That's how you going to look at it. So the music industry and IG changed the game. No, it did not. It didn't change the game. It made the game better. It didn't change it. Thank you, Right Place. Thank you for breaking it down. I know what you're saying. Sorry. Shout out to Stephanie Bell. The music, you can't keep blaming it's this, it's that. It's you. Y'all fucked up. Y'all fell off. Y'all let everybody steal your shit. When Snoop Dogg and fucking, y'all should have had pushback. Marching at the radio stations. How dare you black men with a black fan base tell us that the epitome of beauty and made a fucking video called Beautiful. That shit, you know what I mean? Like, how did they get no pushback from that shit? Y'all let that slide. Y'all keep letting everything slide. Being dark-skinned, I did lose my confidence. It was a pick-me. Now I open my options up, have dated the rainbow black woman. Right, so you're going to lose as a dark-skinned woman, especially if you watch social media. The confidence may lack because most black men don't see the beauty in a dark-skinned woman the way a non-black man does, right? You love black men, so you may be into a dark-skinned man, but as a dark-skinned woman, he's going to be mostly into a light-skinned woman most of the time, not all the time, right? So what does that do for your confidence? Like, why would you? I wouldn't want nobody that don't want me. I wouldn't even have them on the radar. I don't, listen, what's the name? What's Auntie's Pretzels? I don't fuck with Auntie's Pretzels because they told me they don't discount the food when the store closed, they throw it in the garbage. I said, y'all throw this shit in the garbage instead of selling it for half price? You're closing. You cleaning up the fucking kitchen and you got the damn pretzel in the window and I don't fuck with that. I don't fuck with them. And if I was on a major platform, I would tell everybody don't fuck with it. I'll have the corporate leader call. I said, your store is shit. I had your employees tell me that. You guys, I could have took them pretzels and gave them away to people that's starving. I offered to pay after hours. They would not. They said, where's this stuff going? In the garbage. I don't support shit that ain't right. So why would I love a group of men that loves everybody else? That's crazy to me. Shout out to K Beauty. And the Kardashians should have got major put. Nobody ever pushed back on them, Kara. Y'all didn't say shit. As a matter of fact, the black man called Black China the ugly black bitch. She was the ugly black bitch for years. Nobody liked her. She was the only one that really came off as black, but she had a baby from one of them Kardashians. She said. But none of the surgeries looked good on her. It didn't. It never did. Look at Vivica Fox. She was a pick-me. Don't feel bad. She was a fucking pick-me. She's still a pick-me. All them older black women are pick-me's because they like they black strong man. That black strong man want an Asian bitch. Everything they like don't want them. That's a problem. That's a problem. How do you have love for yourself and y'all don't have good representations of the man that you are into? Because they're saying the same thing I'm saying, but they're trying to drag you in the process of it. They're not telling you, yo, y'all gotta get it together. Like, this shit is crazy. Y'all, come on now, left and right. You going to the corner store, you passing high schools, you on the train. What the fuck is y'all doing? Like, oh, all the people do it in my school. No, you can't do that. Now the attitude comes in, because I do what okay. You're going to keep getting that low vibrational piece of dirt. Can't get no official nigga with a mindset like that. Because nobody going to argue with you no more. They're just going to go, fuck that bitch. You got to think about your competition, right? Let me give you a raw perspective. If your competition is a Latin prostitute across the seas, what would you do? Most of y'all would probably visit the fucking country, try to find out what she does in the bedroom. Is the pussy different? Does she got different head? No, it got nothing to do with that. If your competition is a prostitute and you're being compared to that, because you watched a live stream because they were telling you the woman in that country cook for us and clean. I'm like, what woman are they talking about? Are they women or prostitutes? Listen, because if they prostitutes, we're not even, what's to investigate? They're whores. So if you're selling pussy, now you got to think, well, y'all going to sell pussy in the United States? How you going to compete with a prostitute? That's like a man that loves to live competing with a fucking man that's a serial goddamn suicider, bomber. But if you learned your competition, you would have never questioned it. He has options in Colombia. He has options in Thailand. He has options in DR because they're prostitutes. Period. All they prostitutes? Yes, they are. No woman in their right mind is going to deal with no fucking Bo Diddley ass nigga from the United States unless they paying. And if they wasn't, why would he get her here? What sense does that make? He could just go to a local hospital in New York City and get a fucking nurse. He can't get that. So if my competition, for example, as a black man is the bum ass nigga, I'm like, well, You fuck with the bum ass nigga, you won't be dealing with me. See the difference? She won't have a fucking chance with me. You fuck that nasty nigga and gave him a baby, or you fucking, let me find out. I seen your baby's father today. Oh, you did? Yeah, listen, let me call you right back. She'll never fucking hear from me again. Y'all don't think like that. That's how I keep my fucking standards up. What about be opposite? Or give me more than that, Valley. You don't compete with a prostitute. Move on. No, well, you listen. The prostitute is your competition. The answer is, I'm challenging you as a black woman. What do you do when the black man's choice of a woman is a Latin prostitute from across the seas? Now, I'm not going to give you an answer. I'm just giving you an example, but come on, sisters. Like, you want me to bring this on a corporate level? Okay, listen. Again, you want to open up a McDonald's, right? And you move it. You got some money. You ran into a few million, $100 million. You want to open up 5 McDonald's. Well, it's not going to go wrong. It's a franchise. Everybody knows McDonald's. That's not true. What is your competition of where you're trying to build these things? Study it and learn it. Once you learn it, then you take it from there. So if the black man told you that Latin women are respecting them and show them more attention, you said, let me do some little fucking research on this competition that they're saying, the black woman. Now, if you do your research, you'll find out these women are prostitutes. These motherfuckers is lying. I thought I was competing with the fucking Latin woman on a train that works downtown Manhattan. Which you are too, but he's not talking about her. At least he's not. You understand? If you did your homework, you would know who he was talking about, is my point. Y'all not. You understand? So you as black woman, you did not learn your competition. You never did. Your blackness is a fortune. Kim Kardashian made a fortune from your image, from your culture, from your style, from your beauty. And she gave you no credit. What's the name of Kim Kardashian's store? What's the name? Somebody tell me the name again. Shout out to Jordan Atkins. Open your options to non-black men. No, that doesn't work anymore. I'm over that one. I tried that already. It didn't work. It's not open your options to non-black men. Skims, thank you, CM. So Skims. Okay, so let me give you a good trend that's going on now with your personal bodies. Right now, a man tells you, oh, I like a woman with a shaved pussy. Yeah, go to Skims. At first, there's a big statue there with a woman with a hairy pussy. She just caught that from the 70s and 80s. That's what women look like. You know what I mean? That statue in front of Skims, the store. I'm telling you, I went there. Matter of fact, we went there last Christmas. We went there in last December, right? You go by the trend of what a man tells you what he likes. Don't go by that. Because a lot of niggas ain't really telling you what they like. These niggas be on the down low. They ain't going to tell you that they fucking niggas. So don't go by what he does. Study your competition. Walk into Skims and walk around there and see what shapewear out. Look at the women that work in the stores. See how many women you could point that got a BBL. See how many women you could point that look like you. See how many women that have natural body. And then work on that. Study it and learn the way I do. It's not about opening your options to non-black men. Black women don't like non-black men like that. The reason why black women are losing their men is because they lost their looks, style, attractive beauties, and culture to non-black women. That's why brothers are not fucking with y'all. And on top, you got the attitude to go with that. That's the problem. So now you lost all these things with a bad attitude. Of course you're going to look busted. You won't even know you look busted because you ain't trying to hear nobody give you critique. You ready to go off if a nigga tell you what to do and dress like. But then you want a motherfucker to make $250,000 goddamn dollars a year. You understand what I'm saying? You gotta think on the lines. Now let me give you another example of total fucking foolishness. And you know, it's sad, but I hate when they do this. They keep having me sign into YouTube. I can't stand when they do that. Okay. I want to share this video with you, right? And I want you to show how. Hold on. Hold on. Give me a minute. I'm trying to sign into this YouTube. So basically it's like, okay, just Skims is stupid. I mean, hey, I was impressed by it. It was just it's a store that a black woman should have opened. I don't know how y'all allowed that. You guys protest politicians and stupid shit, and then when election day is over, it's like Christmas is all over with. You know what I mean? But she said, you are the example of what I want. You don't have a preference. How do I research that? Yeah, I don't have a preference. I just like a woman that carries herself well, right? You know what I mean? So like, research, listen, research doesn't mean Googling stuff. It doesn't mean watching a whole bunch of YouTube videos. Research, the real mode of research, you have to literally look at charts and layouts and stats, right? So if you can do this within a beneficial, simple way, for example, let's say, what men want. Okay, we know what they want. Now you gotta, how can I deliver? Like, what way can I? This really sucks because I want to play this thing. I'm gonna have to play it on. I don't know why they do this, man, but I'm gonna play this one example of a video that with this woman just talking about what she wants in a man, and it's pretty sad, but I'll get to it. Let me just let you hear the audio. It's a joke. Okay, so it's coming up. She basically was breaking down what she likes in a black man and what a black man has to have. Now, these topics is all setting up for failure because it's not happening. And it's not happening because a lot of people didn't tell you that necessarily that these standards are harder for sisters to obtain because it's considered within our community high demands. They're going to give you pushback for that, right? So I'm going to share this thing with you, and Gotta hear this shit. This shit is hilarious. Okay, hold on. Hold on, meantime, let me just take another. Damn, it's really giving non-black women destiny swap with bid. I agreed you should have happened. Shout out to J. Marie. Haley Chat, what's going on? No problem with Skims. I thought Skims is a great thing for full-figured women all the time. I think it's a great idea, but I think that a black woman should have invented that. Right? And the store itself, because you did create the culture, like you created it. So it's just sad to me that so many of these situations are far too common, and when you're looking at things from the perspective of all these things as a black woman that you're supposed to create, you got to think of like, what are y'all truly doing if you're not creating your zone to be yourself. You're losing yourself in the environment of others, and they taking the word competition is a bad thing. Competition is, we all in competition. Like you're in competition from the time you were in kindergarten class. Like, this is going to be the smartest kid. It's going to be the woman that, you know what I mean? The kid that may not be as smart and they gifted, and that may be the lunatic as he gets older. You don't know, but so this video here I'm about to share, listen to this shit here.
Because she has this husband, or she came from this family, it's like it's circumstance based, or it's like
she broke down a lot of different things, but this is the shit that kills y'all.
This is a famous question. All right, I need you to be as superficial as possible. Just go. All right, don't worry about anybody's opinion on you. So it's build a bear. All right, we're gonna build a man from head to toe. Yeah, ideal man. I want perfection. All right,
perfection.
All right, so head to toe. So we start with the hair. What kind of hair a man gotta have?
I like a low cut Caesar.
A low cut Caesar.
Yeah.
Oh, over everything?
Yeah, I don't really like hair on men. I don't like locks or braids or any of that.
Oh, you like it simple?
And if they do have locks, it has to be like, you're not in that like transitory place. Like, your locks are consistently groomed, they're well done.
Yeah, sometimes they get crazy up there.
Yeah.
You're right.
But I prefer Caesar.
Okay, so like a low Caesar. All right, so what about race?
Black.
All right, okay, black man. All right, we up there. So what about facial hair? We see big ass beard. What we talking about?
Yes,
ass face, ass
beard.
Okay.
The biggest beard. I love a full beard.
Like down to the belly button type shit.
Nah, not that low.
No, I didn't know what you were doing.
I like a very full beard. Like, I love that.
All right, so what about like teeth? You can have teeth falling out on a date? Like what we talking about?
Gotta have, I'm not gonna lie, as a man, I go, your jiggles have to be 10 out of 10. Like, I need great fucking teeth, because I'm gonna be in your mouth. Like, I need wonderful teeth.
Yeah, some niggas is slacking, but no, you're right about that. So all right, what about weight and height? Height and weight.
Minimum.
Big booty dude, what we talking about? What we talking about?
I would say height, minimum 6'2". I love a tall man.
Okay, that's rare.
6'2", dark skinned.
Okay.
Build, I would say athletic build. Not like super buff, like not like that, but you probably played ball in high school. You probably played football in high school.
Yeah, I know what you mean, that type of body.
You work out at least once a week. You know what I'm saying? Like, you've been to a gym this year.
Once a week.
And I like very well dressed. Like, I love a man who can dress. And I don't mean like,
just about to get to that.
I feel like one of the reasons why I don't think I'm attracted to New York men anymore is because I'm not attracted to scammer style.
What is that exactly?
Which is like the designer jeans, the white t-shirts, the designer sneakers, the rag with it. I'm not attracted to that aesthetic anymore.
Yeah, nah. There's a lot of that going on, man.
Like, I want a man that knows how to fucking dress. Like, put that shit on. Put that shit together.
Even if it's simple. Even if it don't cost $1 million.
Yeah, like, even if you got your shit from Zara, put that shit together.
Okay. Now, all right. And now, the icing on the cake. Mm-hmm. How much you got to make a year? It's New York City. No.
Oh, in New York?
Yeah, it's New York. It's everything NYC.
Okay, so
How much you gotta make a year?
living in New York, I would say
Finances.
250,000.
250?
Uh-huh.
That's a $250,000, right? So
Yeah.
250. All right, you should, that's the minimum.
That's the minimum.
So what if you make 245?
I mean, I'm flexible within 5,000, but I just feel like my last corporate position was making 135, and I feel like I was struggling. Like I wasn't poor, but I was fucking struggling.
New York is different.
You had to factor in like taxes and So if you're making 250 as a worker, you're taking home 180, 170,
at least,
right?
You netting that, yeah.
And then if you live in a nice building, like we live in luxury buildings, like if you live in a nice building, more than like your rent is between 3,500 to 5,000. So it's just like if your rent is 5,000, for you to be able to afford everything else, you got to be making at least 10 to 12K a month.
You got it. I'm about to say that. I was just about to say
and
that.
12 times 12 is 240. You make a little bit extra that, so everything is good.
I mean, a lot of dudes is broke out here. You know that, right?
Yeah.
A lot of dudes don't have careers. They barely got jobs. So you said a man. What you said? Light. You said light Caesar, black, big beard down to the belly button, good teeth, athletic body, minimum 6'2". You got to be able to put that shit on and make 250K a year. How much men do you think is out here moving like that? Like what percentage of men do you, if you have to throw a percentage out there?
0.5.
Okay, I'm glad you're very realistic. You're very realistic.
What's sad about this is she was way off.
What's your honest opinion on black men today?
I love black men. I do. I've been talking a lot of shit, but I love black men. I came from
Overall.
one. I love black men. I have a lot of respect because also in the past couple of years, I've met some wonderful men. Not men that I would date, but
in general,
these are black men. I'm like, you are a great father. You are a wonderful son. Like you are doing really big things in your lane. Like, and you make women feel comfortable. You make women feel seen. You make women feel like the guys on my podcast. Like I tell them all the time, like y'all are not the typical men. Like they're such fucking gentlemen.
Good men.
They're good guys, and it's like I love meeting people like that because it's like okay,
it's real.
I know that this should be the standard. Like I think there's also a huge portion of men that are just liars, and it's like it's not. Obviously, it's not just black men that are liars. Like men are liars in general.
Universal.
But I think black men have made it an art. They have excelled at it. It's like there are men in whole relationship. I found out
married on the side
that this nigga that I used to talk to.
What?
And it's not even like it was on some hush talking to. Like we was out. We were out. Was in a relationship for like 15 years. Like
oh, for real?
Yeah. Like
how you didn't know?
When did you have the time?
How you didn't know? How did he pull that off?
Listen, I just think it's one of those things where it's just like, yeah, we've been together 15 years, but
it's whatever.
Yeah, like I think it's one of those like
roommates.
On her birthday, like she's all over his story, but outside of that, you'll never see them together.
That's wild. Just break up.
Facts.
Just break up then. What's the point? Just going through the motions?
I don't know what it is. I don't know if it's just like a safety thing, like you have to keep somebody on
they don't want to be alone.
Standby, the back burner, so and so, because whatever the reason is, I don't know. But I do feel like I love black men. I don't know if it's meant for me to be with one, but I think I hold black men in the highest regard. And that's why I come down so hard on black women. Like, I don't really think highly of white men. I don't think highly of Asian men. I don't think highly of these other races. I think black men, they are the pillars. Like, you guys are, this should be the fucking goals. And it's like, the bar is just dropping down so much. And it's just like, no, like, we're looking at you to carry this. Like, black men have always been the marker of what's acceptable in society. It was just like, black men make shit cool. They make shit like, you know what I'm saying? Like, yeah. And I just feel like now it's just like the sassiness and the pettiness.
I hate a man who slept.
This is why y'all fucked up, man. It is that poor girl is never gonna get anything she's talking about. Not from us. You call it an obsession when a man, or fetishizing when a man's into another woman. Why can't it? It's the same way how y'all feel when a man, you said you look good and you're like, oh, she's delusional. You worry about the name calling. It's clear and evident that you are obsessed with us. You're obsessed with black men. And he's not obsessed with his own black woman. Because the non-black woman now has everything that you once had, including him. So even if he ain't getting it, his imagination is not even including you in it. You're not approachable. He can't trust to talk to you. If he opens up, you're going to throw it in his face later. So we can say that, but there's not a black woman. She ain't no different than most of y'all talk like that. These are the things you want. She was with a man. Oh, he was married the whole time. Well, I mean, you want the truth of who he's with, or you want the truth of knowing, did you study your competition? See, when you learn your competition, that makes you smarter as a woman. Because if you were to not study your competition, now you're dumb. You make yourself vulnerable to him by lacking that. So if it's beyond the faith in that bozo and we can knock him, why is it that this mindset is the reason why a lot of y'all are looking bad? And not just mentally, but physically. She want. Not one time did she say, I learned what he wants. I've learned my competition. You go by what he tells you. But if you did your proper research, he wouldn't have to tell you anything. It wouldn't matter because you already studied him. You studied your competition. Again, we bring this into the billionaire mindset. I'm a CEO of Cadillac. They're like, well, if you're a CEO of Cadillac, why are you driving that Chinese car? That's my competition. That's an automaker. Oh, it's not a direct. It's your competition. It's another automaker. Another woman is your competition. You have a nice looking woman move on your block, fine little young bitch. That's your fucking competition. You got to learn it. You better learn her. Because if not, she's going to take your fucking husband. Well, it wasn't mine to begin with. Oh, yeah, it was. You just didn't learn your competition. Maybe she's a lesbian. No matter what the situation is, you have a responsibility to learn that. When you build something, you take pride in building that, a business. You don't want your competition, your business is going to fold. You don't learn your competition by outdoing it. You learn it by being part of it. Speak to your new neighbors around the way. How you doing? My name. Learn them. That's how you disengage the nonsense. Y'all don't speak to them. Y'all motherfuckers buy houses and don't speak to your neighbors. You can't learn that way. You don't want to learn the hard way and now somebody's house is a fire and then, or your house got robbed and everybody like, well, fuck it, that bitch don't speak to nobody. We ain't gonna tell her who robbed her shit. You have to learn your neighbors. They're your neighbors, whether you like them or not. The looks, the mode, the faith in man. It's too much faith in man there. You only turn to God when he fucks you over. So when we see that you coming out like who did it and ran, when we see that you wearing a wig when you should have rocked your short hair, oh, he gonna have a problem with that. Once again, it's not for him. Learn a style. Work on that. Put the time into learning a style and learning to take the critique so you could be open up to more style, more additives, things that may work for you. You may not have the privilege of having that, so you may have to open up. You can't, well, if I like something, I'm going to buy it because I like it. No, it doesn't go like that. You could be looking like a damn fool. You got to be careful. You can't get what you like and do it. Not everybody is gifted with that ability. You got to learn, are you the person that can do that? Some people know they can do that. Your attractiveness. Well, men does not approach me. That's not what we're talking about. Are you attracting men? And when you see an attractive woman, why do you think she's attracting them? Study that. She could be your homework. You're an adult. You haven't been in school in fucking decades, but learn it. Learn it. What is making her attractive? You as a woman know why. You know why she's attractive. Don't do what she does. Learn to be, how can I be attractive? Your beauty, where's your natural beauty, black woman? Disintegrated. The non-black woman stole that too? You're going to blame her or you gave it to her? What happened to your culture, black woman? You're supposed to be the foundation of the black family. How come you having these sons robbing and stealing and fucking everything up? Joining gangs and having fucking babies from shitty fathers. That's fucking up your culture. Oh, I don't deal with nobody in my family. Thank you. You're supposed to be the foundation of the family as the woman. So she's there. That's what she's the foundation of a man. You giving it all away. Some of the things they stole, you didn't say shit about it, so oh well. How is it? You stole from me, ain't say shit when I ain't steal. Did he fucking say I stole from him? He never mentioned it. Okay. Did he know his money was missing? He didn't say one word. Then, oh well, wasn't. I took what I took. I took it. Fuck it. I found it. Even though it was in your house. Sisters, don't get it together for him. Get it together for yourself. Because you're looking bad. And we didn't come from that. I don't want to hear the excuse of COVID. I don't want to hear the excuse of the internet. I don't want to hear social media. I want to know why you don't ever push back. Because you're worried about that fucking ape. You worried about that uneducated ape. Somebody sent me a video today. She sent me a video about, the black man, right, down and girl, woman. Let me play this. This is what you worry about. Y'all worry about this too much. Y'all worry about this. This is the problem. Oh, God, I can't even fucking find this shit. Y'all worry too much about, I guess you do worry about that damn ape. You worry about him. You worry about what he says. You care about what he says. You're concerned about what he believes. You worry about it. You care about what he thinks.
Yes, I think.
What kind of clown shit is this?
No food stamps, no more Section 8. Fellas, that cat about to be $40 again.
I'm glad they're taking these food stamps away. I'm 100% like I'm really utterly and I'm in bliss right now. Like I'm glad they're taking it away. Maybe the average man gets some love now. Yeah.
Yes, Lord. Be right here. Rent doing a couple days. The food.
Man, you can't listen to these country bunking ass niggas, man. Don't even fucking, they don't do nothing for society except ruin it. Who cares? Doesn't matter. It doesn't matter what they think. The sad part is that you're losing your womanhood to women that don't even credit you. That's a bigger problem. Okay, you're gonna outlive him any fucking way. He's gonna be dead in fucking 2 years. Don't pay attention to that fucking loser. Trust me. He's a troll. Can't worry about that. All he does on the internet is cry. So when you become him, if he's busted, you're busted. You could tell a lot about a woman by the guy she deals with. You look at a woman, you look at her man. Look at her man. Look at what you let him stick his dick inside you. Ew, you're nasty. Forget sucking his dick. You actually fuck this guy? That's disgusting. That's how they talk. Right? So you probably don't let that bother you, but that, if anything, that should bother you. Because maybe you should question and says, hey, maybe he got a point. You don't want him dragging you in the process of just, you don't have your snap, you don't have this, that's not what I'm talking about. If he's disciplined in a situation and saying, damn, sister, why would you do that? He's showing a mode of caring. What kind of answers do you have for him? You were graced with natural beauty. People go to the doctor, to tanning salons, to doctors to get fucking augmentations and plastic surgery. I mean, what? They called it a Brazilian. A BBL, and you accepted that? Why you ain't said this is a black woman's butt? We demand it. Why? Why didn't you think about that? You can't look at your neighbor, oh, she needs to get it together. She had this. Well, you ain't no different. The only thing is you just don't know they're watching you too. That's why they're doing that. It's not like you're an inspiration in your neighborhood and they're becoming you. Because then when they become you, you don't want her to copy you. You don't want the black woman to copy you, but you want the white woman. Well, the white woman does. She gets a fucking pass. Oh, now the sister copied the same car. Oh, fuck that bitch. Oh, maybe she liked your style. Black woman. I give it to mid-2000 where I said, okay, I started to see the decline because you started listening to them fucking clowns. You go to them, you went to, how happened? Kevin Samuels, y'all made him successful, black woman. You wanted to hear what they think. And you listened to a troll, he trolled you. He duped you. Whether you donated or not, you got duped, you listened to him. And now y'all get on the internet, well, you got to treat a man like this. I don't give a fuck what you treated that damn black man. A non-black woman got his attention. Only advice you should be saying online is if you want to treat the nigga good, tell him to go get a non-black woman. There's nothing you can do to please him. You understand? There's nothing you can do. At this point right now, there's nothing you can do. Okay? And he's not even telling you that. He may tell you in little bits and pieces, yeah, that's why, you need to do this and women need to bring something to the table. He's telling you to bring something to the table because he's already obsessed with that non-black woman. That's what that means. In order for you to be one, you better have something, bitch, because I ain't going to deal with you with nothing. She don't got to have nothing, just looks. But she got your looks. She got your fucking style. She got your attractiveness. She has your beauty. She has your culture. He's so brainwashed, he tells you, you better bring something to the table. And your stupid ass gets on right, fucking pop the balloon. I'm an entrepreneur. I have 3 jobs. You listen to that fucking ape. You. You know you're doing bad. You won't pop the balloon with an African woman. How could you disgrace the little fucking Nigerian scammer come to America on the grounds, use you as a platform and a basis and the foundation, the American black woman that doesn't love herself, to put this worthless fucking ape that has the same job if he got one, or he don't have one, the same dreams and aspiration of his broke ass. So now you know, not only you're looking bad, you're dressing bad. You got a bunion on your foot. He ain't ever tell you to remove the motherfucker. But when he argues with you, yeah, bitch, that's why you got that fucking bunion. He don't even know how to better you. All he knows how to do is dish you. You don't have this. It was the left eyebrow. I didn't like the way your toe curled. And all this fucking homosexual shit he got an issue with. And now you leave the show with nobody. You don't even know how to dress anymore. You're in competition with the non-black woman and you haven't learned your competition. You never paid any attention to it. You tried to duplicate your competition. Yeah, you fucking did. How did that go for you? Nowhere. If it's not going to go. You can't duplicate your competition. You compete with it. What does a boxer do when he tries to learn as a boxer? His opponent that he's going to fight in 3 months. He studies his opponent. He goes to his hometown. He does his shit. He does his history. He learns his opponent. Because if he does, he's going to fucking lose the fight. You didn't learn your competition. That's why you fell off, black woman. Now you could run around here feeling like, oh, Nate, he dragged me. Oh, he's not for us. He was building us up. That shit ain't working for y'all. Enough is enough. Y'all ain't producing shit. Half of y'all don't even show your fucking faces to me. I'm gonna hit you up on Instagram. Then you get a page with 0 followers and no face there. Where's the proudness? Here's my Instagram, Nate. I got some fucking banging pictures. Let me know if that's enough. Valley got some nice looking pictures up here showing her fine ass self. She a cutie pilty. At least I know what her voice and fucking face sound like. Y'all black women and y'all hiding. And a white woman walking around with the junk in the trunk, getting all the fucking credit. How many of these fat asses you see on Instagram? Am I lying, people? Fat booties all over the place. White girls, old bitches, young bitches. They confident, they shaking their ass. They know they got that work. But when he tells you you old, you fold. He can't tell that white bitch she old when a million niggas try to fucking hit on her DM. She ain't no fucking ghost of goddamn devil anymore. Thank you, Valley. You understand? Where? Oh, we can't. Oh, we have the critique because we just. Listen, when you hear, you going to get to critique. I'm sorry. I ain't going to fucking bullshit and dance around this shit anymore. I'm out here in the streets every day. I'm home. And I'm home. I'm outdoors. Goddamn, what are they doing? Cops pull you over, or they locking y'all up. Y'all in these videos running your fucking mouth, suck my dick. How you a woman telling a man to suck your dick? How stupid do you sound? Could you see Cardi B and the Puerto Rican bitches do that? You want to look like them? Go ahead. Good luck on that. Try to look like that Asian bitch. Go chinky eyes. Put some tape on your fucking eyes and pull your eyes back. Go tell them you half Asian. Good luck on that. Try to be something that you're not. Good luck. Go ahead. Just to get him. You gotta go harder, darling, because we're watching. I'm watching you. Okay? Now, you don't want to get misconstrued and think any man is helping you is helping you. You gotta watch it. This woman here, she didn't allow him to get a fucking sentence. She ain't say, what do you think I can use? He should have said, well, listen, number one, your attitude fucking sucks. He's not going to tell her that because she's going to fucking argue with him. She may even try to set him up and get him shot. Fuck you, nigga. I'll bring my brother there. You know what I mean? But then when you walking down the block and see that nigga with that fine damn Latin bitch, you're going to be like, oh, he ain't shit. He's a sellout. Why he ain't shit? Is he ain't shit or you ain't do your motherfucking goddamn homework? Don't be mad. You should be like, God damn it, I need to get that bitch's ass. She looked like she stole one of us. I need to step my game up. Don't you know playing with your toes is sexy? Look on the Instagram. Look on the Instagram algorithm and see why these niggas going crazy. These motherfuckers is like, these niggas now rather live in their imagination than have the real thing. That's how fine these bitches is looking. They're like, man, fuck that. As long as I could beat off to it. You gotta think about that. If you knew what I'm talking about, you would know y'all are not doing your homework. You didn't. 2003, every year y'all declining and getting worse. Now white bitches is downtown Manhattan, got niggas all fucked up. Goddamn, where in the fuck? What happened? White women wasn't looking like that flat butt toothpick bitch. Yet. What happened? What happened to that white devil? Now, I'm not saying they all natural either. I'm just saying to you, a lot of them are. You got to step it up, sisters. When one woman looks busted, you all look bad. Damn, nigga. That's how they, listen, oh, God, what are these sisters doing? I did it. I did it today. I said, what in the fuck? I looked at my wife and said, what the fuck is going on? These sisters is fucking up. I didn't say, well, not all of them. You see 4, 5, 6 busted. You like, God damn, nigga, what's happening? What's going on with these niggas? I seen a street interview. Shout out to Jordan Atkins. I seen a street interview in Miami, and those women, top tier, some didn't even speak English. A nigga will deal with a non-speaking English. A nigga will go to Spanish school to learn to speak to these motherfuckers, just to speak. God damn it, Nate, I just want to speak hola. Because he know he can't say hola in America. The bitch she'll walk away from his ass. He could do it in her country, not here. He's a weirdo. He got to speak fluent Spanish if he going to deal with him. Well, I be seeing, I disagree because I be seeing Spanish girls looking busted. There you go. Their busted is sexy. Your busted is busted. That's the difference. She could walk out with her hair fucked up. You can't. She could walk out there with a bonnet. You can't. She could walk out there with pajama pants. You can't ever do that. And think that you are fucking competing with that? That's how you gonna do? You walk into that bodega looking like her, you lost. Because you're a black woman. You can't be busted. You can't wear bad wigs. You can't wear shitty makeup. You can't have oily skin with bad makeup. You can't wear the shoes you're just comfortable with because you like them and it doesn't matter. You're going to pay a big price for that because you're going to affect your whole race of women. They're going to look at you and say, these black women are busted. They look at the busted chick and say, "I'll fuck that little dirty hood rat Spanish bitch. She a little bum, but I'll beat that." It's to her, it's the one. He blames the whole race. Cause 1, 2, 3, 4, too many looking like that. They looking bad out here. God damn, I want me something else. I'm not proud of walking in the door with that. She ain't proud of herself. She talking about fucking Angela Bassett. I'm like, bitch, you look like a basket. Good Lord. Let us pray. Lord, we pray for the black woman to listen. Amen. That's it. Don't listen to the ape. Don't listen to the prophet. Just listen. Because to listen means you listen to the knowledge. If you're listening to a fool, that's not listening. Well, I listened to my brother. Well, your brother's a goddamn fool. You wasted your time. Listen to me. I told this woman she has to wear more flip-flops and Crocs, and she got upset. Crocs are cute if you got on socks. But how cute are you? Are you a cute chick or you a little rough? Well, Nate, you may be a little rough. You can't wear Crocs in public with socks at all. Leave them home. It's wintertime. You understand? Y'all knew who you was then. You knew if you seen an ad back in the day, full-figured, beautiful black woman. Nice looking, 35 for whatever the measurements are. You knew who you were then. So how is it all of a sudden you don't know now? Just listen, black woman. That's the biggest problem you got. You don't fucking listen. You listen to that shithole that's not listening. Your father never broke it down. He ain't gonna tell you ugly, you unattractive, nobody gonna want you unless you stop speaking to y'all. Fuck you, ugly bitch, nobody gonna want you. Now he wants to tell you the goddamn truth. All along, that's what he felt. But if you did your homework and your father came in, you'd be like, Daddy's knock it off. You probably drunk on drugs. Get the fuck out of here, Daddy. You know better than that. You don't even believe. You know what I mean? To learn your competition is to learn yourself. You have to. I'm the product. So I have to learn my competition because I know what the fuck I got. This line reminds me of the one you did about a woman with pretty feet, really interesting. Yes. What? Feet is amazing. You got a nigga told, I got my feet. Let me show you a picture of my feet. I mean, tell that homo to get out of here. That's feminine. You embracing your feet. You embracing your sexiness. You embracing your attractiveness. You embracing your style. Don't you know a woman could be unattractive and be attractive? You can make your unattractive be attractive. That's what attractive is. It's the opposite of unattractive. I love you too, darling. Shout the right place. We don't have the ability to buy socks. Y'all walking, we don't have underwear stores for us. Can a man tell me a fucking one? There's no such thing. We don't have an underwear store. We go to the underwear section. Excuse me, where's the woman to tell you right over there? God damn, y'all got Victoria's Secret. You got a panty fucking store. We don't have a store called Jocks with different underwear unless he's a homo wearing thongs. You have a slew of shit from head to toe to make you feel sexy at night. Nice pajamas. You feel depressed, listen to some good music. Well, Nate, what if I'm a paraplegic? That's no excuse. You ain't dead. I don't care if you have a handicap. There's no excuse. There's women out here on the internet with one arm and no legs. And niggas is like, whoa, I would beat that. Because she's attractive. She knew her competition was everybody with legs. So she did the best that she could do without legs. What's your excuse? Yes, send it to me. You have to go to my Instagram, send me everything you got. This ain't no creep shit. Trust me and watch what happens. I don't give a fuck if Nate, this is what I go to sleep with. What do you sleep with every night? That dirty t-shirt? Throw that shit in the fucking garbage. Could I use it for a rag? No. Throw it in the fucking garbage. Throw it where it belongs. You could sleep in nice clothing. You seen it in the Cosby Show in 1986. Claire and Heathcliff was going to bed in nice fucking, you know what I mean? Pajamas. Pajamas are sexy. Send the stuff. Leggings are cute. You got your little things, whatever, but some women can't wear leggings. They shouldn't wear them. Do you have the shape for it? No, but I like the way they feel. That's a problem. You can't do that. Well, I could do everything you want. Well, listen, then do it. Go come back here. What if you sleep nude? Sleeping nude is fantastic. If you sleep nude and you feel sexy about it, then that's great. Just make sure you got nice linen. You don't want a fucked up mattress with shitty goddamn pillowcases. You want to sleep nude in nice looking linen. Clean linen. I would hope so. Go get that little 1,000 thread. Go to the store and get you some nice, you know what I mean? Go to Target and get, you know what I mean? Some simple goddamn it shit. I ordered this out of Amazon, Nate. I like these bed sheets. They were nice. They fit my bed nice. I'm going to put my naked fine body on that motherfucker every night. And say that. I'm going to put my nice, fine, naked body on that bitch. That's what she does. She's in the hustle. Some of these motherfuckers are so fine, they make love to themselves. Now, we don't mean to be in the mirror and be conceited. But we mean to know that, you know what, shit, I'm gonna shake. Let me take a walk over here and shut this shit down real quick. Let me go to the bathroom. I'm feeling cute. Let me pass by this fucking married couple and fuck this nigga's head up. Why not? I literally bought some new lingerie this week from this store called Adore Me. I heard of Adore Me. You could wear lingerie and be single. You as a woman could wear lingerie without even having a man. Did you realize that? What do y'all think? Oh, it's I wear it when a man's. No. You wearing lingerie is like a nigga that went to the gym, got his body in shape, and he going to bed with a nice pair of boxers and his a wife beater. He ain't got no pussy coming on. But he looked in that mirror after he brushed his teeth and he liked what he see. You sit there with some good music. You got you some lingerie, foot kicked up, kids are sleeping. You in your room. Whether you smoking a blunt, whether you smoking a damn black, I don't know, whatever you do. Maybe you sipping on something. You just feeling you. And you look good at it. Goddamn, I just oiled my feet in my lingerie. I'm a woman. You can do that. Now, a man sitting in some lingerie at home, okay? Even him, that's some freaky shit. But he's feeling himself. He may be a little homosexual, but he's imagining. So you as a woman, you understand, you connecting with you. Send me a picture. You don't want the nigga send me a picture, send me a video. Fuck him. You send him when you want to send him one. A nigga asking for it, he gets nothing. You feel that when you get off this goddamn, if some of y'all are probably sitting in a tub now, maybe you're laying in a bed listening to me. Go in your drawer right now and just put out a panty and bra. Take your fucking clothes off and lay down and just feel naked because you're naked. Those words alone will have that can intrigue any man. What are you doing? Oh, I'm naked in my bed. You understand what I'm saying? That's how powerful that shit is. Put that little ceiling fan on and sit your naked body on there and just go to sleep for the night. God damn, I gotta go to work tomorrow. You inspired me to put my picture up. Oh shit, hold on. Come on, sister, you're gorgeous. Look at that. Wow. Man always said I look cute for a dark-skinned girl. That's an insult. And you have to tell him, said, you know, that's a little disrespectful. That's it. Or if you don't want to get in an argument and just say it's cute for a dark-skinned girl, and just walk away. That's all. Because a real man gonna be like, he going, God damn, sister. You are smoking. Take it from a professional. You are smoking hot. Period. Period. That's an insult. If a man tells you cute for a dark-skinned girl or a woman, you're big, I don't usually do big women, but you look good for, what? I'm just going to keep it. I'm not going to even OD on that one, sister. You should have been had that picture up here. But I get it. You got so many creeps in this world. Who do you trust? Listen. First of all, you're not cute. Cute? The dogs are cute. Cute. Pray for them. They don't know any better. A man to call you cute is that's a disrespect. That's a disgrace. He should have just called you ugly. He would have been better off. Cute. My daughter is 5 years old. They call her, oh, she's beautiful. You a grown-ass woman, darling. You're not cute. You're gorgeous. The end. Okay? The end, period. Shout out to Carol, shout out to NBA City. Never accept it. That's the worst thing. You know, my father used to always tell me he never liked to be nicknamed. He didn't like nobody to call him big man. It doesn't bother me, but he never liked to be. He said, nah, man, call me by my name. He never liked nobody to nickname him. And the problem with this world is that for this current world, the one thing that still works is old school attributes. Discipline, expression, conversation, human interaction. These things still work and they apply. So if the women are going by the man's standards, they're going to fail, especially black ones. But if the woman goes by the standards of knowing who she is, she'll prosper. It's just that simple. Because once you put in the zone for a man to determine, if a man comes to me, I had this brother today. Let me give you a good example. So me and my wife's in the car. I may have an impression on people in ways that I don't know, right? So he's like, beep, 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 stone. I didn't even know he knew the car was driving, but people watch you. So he's like, yo, man, I want to drop a thing on you. Yo, you know, I wanted to share this with you, big bro, but I thought of a gem to share with you. And I said, okay, what's the gem? Now I felt like a little celebrity because I'm trying to go get my daughter. What are you talking, whatever? So he's like, you know, you can't hate the game. You can't hate the play. You got to hate the game. Something to that degree. We all heard that shit. some people say, oh, this clown ass nigga. Nah. If anybody looks up to you and you have that impression on them, you gotta let that rock. Because you could be the person to make or break that person, right? So if he acknowledges my opinion, you gotta be real careful how you talk to people. So you as a black woman, you're gonna acknowledge what a man thinks. Your father, your uncle, your brothers, they have a very big impact. But if the shithole has an impact on you, the brother may not have that same ability because now your loyalty may be with the shithole fucking boyfriend. And that's what's going to ruin you. See, as a black woman, you can't get validation from a man that doesn't know a true essence of a black woman. You already lost all these things to the non-black woman, right? So you can't, he doesn't know. You done lost all these attributes to the non-black woman. He's telling you you're pretty for a dark-skinned girl. I mean, what the fuck is that? But is there some truth that he says to that? Ooh. Is he lying? Does it make sense? So you could also say, there's two ways. You could say, that's not a compliment. But then you could also say, interesting. Do the average dark-skinned woman represent black beauty? No, they don't. But that's for you. As a woman, you have to look at your competition, because if he's telling you that you look good for a dark-skinned woman, on a flip side, if you think of it from a perspective of the corporate perspective that I told you to use, you have to say, well, why would he say that? So you could either walk away and say, thanks, but no thanks, or you could say, well, let me ask you a question, brother. Why would you tell me that? Because now you're trying to, you got to watch your competition, because he's already telling you basically that most dark-skinned women are busted, and that's your competition. So you need to find out from him, what does he mean? Does he mean dark-skinned women or just all sisters? Again, these are the two ways you can do that. It's not a compliment. It's not. It's actually very rude, but it's also very interesting. Does he have a point? Do you look around you and do all the chocolate women look like you? And if they don't, is that a good thing or is that a bad thing? You know what I mean? You have to learn your competition. Jamie says the creeps will bring you down to their level. They know she's beautiful. Right, but they don't know how to talk to a woman. That's my competition, I've learned. Most men don't know how to talk to me. Most kids don't know how to talk to me. OG, Unc, it could be disrespectful. I could address it and say, well, let me ask you a question, my brother. Do you know my name? Or I could just say, yo, what up, big brother? I appreciate that. That's the two things we can handle this in two different ways. Do you tell a brother, listen, man, do me a favor, will you see me, man, just say, how you doing, Mr. Axe Nathaniel? Or just call me, my name is Nathaniel, man, you know what I mean? What's your name? Oh, you may not want a nickname either. Or you may say, fuck it, you know what? It's not a compliment, or is it a compliment? It's all how you receive it. The right place to do this is that my father passed away before I started dating. I've always felt lost. And when you showed these non-black women, I gave up on black man. Right. Okay, this is an interesting thing, and I'm glad you mentioned this. This is pretty heavy. My father passed away before I started dating. Okay. That's very critical. I've always felt lost. naturally. And when you showed up, when you showed those non-black women, I gave up on black men. Understandable. But it's not the black man's fault. It's the black woman's fault. We could blame Snoop. We could blame Snoop. We could blame Pharrell. We could blame the black man. But then we in a damn gender war. Let's deal with the sisters. Because apparently, you probably fell off with your mindset, but you clearly didn't fall off with your looks. You clearly didn't fall off with your style. And you clearly didn't fall off with your attractiveness. But your culture you fell off with because you gave up on black men. So to not have culture is not to have confidence. When you lack confidence, you lack your culture. So there's a lot of women that could identify with that. Because not having your father's supposed to teach the game. Your mother gives birth, your father's supposed to teach his daughter. She's supposed to be the first love of his life as your dad. Okay, so he didn't get to teach you that because he passed away before you were dated, unfortunately. And we give you your condolences for that, heavy. So to feel lost is natural. And naturally, you would feel that with showing that the standard of beauty is the non-black woman. Yeah, but you was the standard of beauty for years. What happened? Because you listened to that ape. Your father would have told you. I'm going to tell you what your father would have told you. I'm going to tell you this from heaven. I'm going to tell you, he's going to tell me a message right now. Don't listen to them motherfuckers. That's what your father would have said, I promise you. Because he just said it to me to tell you that. Don't listen to the motherfuckers. That's what a man is going to tell his daughter when he loves him. And he means it. All my brothers are athletics and have white girlfriends. The non-black woman is recreation. That's cool, but they wanted to fucking wife him? Nah, I ain't going that far. That's a little pushing it. So, your brothers are impacts. Nah, I ain't trying to wife no white bitch now, but I'll fuck the shit out of one of them. Because they nasty. And they sexy right now and all the above. I ain't trying to wife them. But your brother's wife and white chicks, yeah, that could have you resent the black man. Don't pay them niggas no mind. They'll get theirs. Because every black man that has a white girlfriend, they got a nigga like me fucking them on the side. Believe me, they are. So, your brothers may not learn, but they will see. I wouldn't let that distract me. I think the problem is that the sad part is looking at your photo there. Or, it's not no, listen, let's say if that was an AI generated woman. That's just showing you. In his defense, let's say if a man told you, like he said, you're beautiful for a dark-skinned girl. Then look at the title. Do you see the title? He's basically telling you that he don't see women that look like that in his own black race. Maybe your brothers don't see attractive black women like he did. Or maybe he never did it. Maybe they're too young. So he got the white chick that took all your motherfucking goddamn attributes. You got to think like that. So the current state right now, when one looks bad, you all look bad. And that's why the guy said that to you. That's why. I think the real solution is to create something new. That's it. Don't try to get back what's yours and make America great again and that bullshit. Too late for that. Create something new. And while you're creating something new, learn your competition. Learn it. Learn your competition. I don't care if you're opening up a business. I don't care if you're a developer. I don't care if you're selling something on Facebook Marketplace. You want to sell something on Facebook Marketplace, you're selling a car. Shit, let me see what they're going for. Okay. They're all going for $6,000. I'll sell my shit for $5,500. And I'll throw in a couple of other extras in there. You know what I'm saying? You got to learn that. Somebody says, I'll give you $4,000. Listen, bro, I got the cheapest one online. All right. Don't lowball me. You can talk shit. But when there's a whole bunch of them going for $3-4 fucking grand, and you selling this little piece of shit, nobody's going to give you that type of money. You learn your competition. Now your phone, your damn inbox is blowing up. God damn it, whatever I'm selling got to be a good price. Because you got the cheapest shit on Marketplace. Because you learned your competition. So you can stay firm on your price. Billionaires, that's why we call this the B mindset. The billionaire mindset, they study their competition. They do data. They hire data firms to study this. That's what they do. Yeah, because they hire consultant firms to study these things. When you see these Starbucks up, there's data that they hire firms to do this. You just see the shit building up. Oh wow, they're building up a Starbucks in my neighborhood. They did data on this. What do you think? They're gonna open up another Starbucks across the street? You'll never see that ever. Chipotle, all them stores, they do research. They look at their competition. God damn it, you know what? We're competing with Shake Shack. They're not a threat to us. We're serving free. They're not getting the customers that we get to. Now another restaurant comes in there, they gotta watch there. We got Chipotle here. We have Shake Shack. They watch that. Stay on point with that. Watch the stuff that you wear. When you go to the nail salon, there's certain colors that's going to complement your skin, certain ones it's not. Certain panties and bras that's not going to complement your skin. Certain clothing may not complement you. Or you'll be in New York Fashion Week, so the next Fashion Week is Valentine's time, right? Isn't that February? Because we just had one that passed in September. Yeah. That's it. I urge every woman that's listening here, when you come to me with your Instagram, share shit. Share things. Nate, what you think about this? What you think about that? Don't share no fucking conversations with me about no nigga. I don't want to hear that. Okay, let's get the looks together. Let's find out why you fucking not how come you haven't been appealing? What did you wear today? Why did you wear it? When did you wear it? Let's work on those things. Now, right place, I have to ask this. I don't know if do you have an Instagram? Because sometimes people use different names here. They use different faces and they try to hide behind. And I get it. But the good thing about that, people are learning because they're listening. Those are the ones that's really, really listening. All right. So do you happen to have an Instagram? If you have Instagram, you follow me on my Instagram at Ask Nathaniel with S. That you can be my guest for Fashion Week. I will be a guest, absolutely. I'll be delighted to do that. If that's what you're doing, I will be there. That's it. Just make sure my ticket's at the door. I'm there. No problem. No problem. Most of the shows start at 5, 6, 7 p.m. I'm there. It's no problem at all. My Instagram, you already know what it is. Yes, get one. Get one for me. Get one for me. Straight up. And put the word out. I know y'all probably heard it tell, oh God, you're going to drag us all wild. No, I'm going to tell you the fucking truth. It looks bad out here. Goddamn. Horrible. What's going on, black woman? Well, I don't care. I'm just taking my son to school. I just can't. I ain't trying to impress nobody. Yeah, I know you're not. That's the problem. Maybe you should try to impress somebody. Goddamn, try to impress an imaginary friend, any fucking body. Goddamn, you need to do better. Ladies and gentlemen, it's been real. It's been very real. And I admire sharing this with you, but we're not going to stop here because from this time on, and things are changing right now. I built you up, but now it's trying to get you better. Yeah, you know the deal with that. There's a million videos you can listen. I got over 1,000 of them. But this is a problem. We're at the end of 2025. Literally a little over a month left of Christmas. It's all over. What are y'all doing? Fuck being comfortable. Feel good. There's no feeling like feeling good. There's no feeling like feeling good. I like that feeling. I like that feeling when I walk out. I'm like, God damn, I feel great. I look good. I feel good. The people that don't give a fuck, it shows. Black people, we can't afford not to give a fuck. That's the problem. When we don't give a fuck, our neighborhoods show it. Our house shows it, our place. The way we look, our hygiene, you know. When people don't give a fuck, it shows. We can't concentrate on what the non-black woman is doing. We have to learn our competition. You concentrate on what she's doing, then you duplicate it. And that's the wrong way to go. You learn your competition. Learn it. Learn to know that you as a woman could make a room smell nice. Your feet ain't supposed to stink. That's very manly. You could have sweaty feet, but they shouldn't smell. So when they smell, do something about it. Smell that sock when you take it or before you put it in the hamper. Say, oh shit, this is what Nate was talking about. I smelled a little tart there. Maybe I need to wear a different sneaker tomorrow. Don't be like that nasty motherfucker that wears a goddamn same funky sock and, you know what I mean? He got one pair of sneakers. What you think's gonna keep happening? You have a pH balance. You have a whole different situation there. How's a man gonna tell a woman how to clean her pussy? I won't even do that. I ain't no goddamn woman. I can't tell you how to clean no pussy, hoe. What do I look like to you, a GYN? Style, attractiveness, beauty, culture, your attitude. Well, what about attitude, Nate? Don't worry about that. You get those looks, style, attractiveness, and beauty back in that culture. You create that shit and put some effort into that, the attitude's gonna get better. Your attitude is bad because you feel like shit. Nobody looks good and feels good and got a shitty attitude. That means something's wrong. They probably got a fucking back pain. It could be anything. You see somebody that got a fucked up attitude, they ain't telling you what's happening. But I know something ain't right. That's a fact, right? Yo, woman, this is what y'all need to do. I don't know shit about cleaning no pussy. I don't. I can tell you how to clean balls and dicks. That's what I got. I don't have a pussy. I can't, well, you go, I don't know. I could tell you some shit that could give you an infection. I'm still learning the pussy, yo. I'm a man, not a doctor. So when you talk about these things you want, well, goddamn, why don't you tell Santa Claus you want a list of fucking new stuff too? Good luck with that. Goddamn. Ladies and gentlemen, it's been real. I appreciate it.